Man, this episode is nuts. The Goodest Cast is what I decided to name it. That's the name of the whole thing, as you probably see if you're clicking on it or whatever. Uh, Dude, Danny, Aaron, Jason, we had a good time. We had the goodest time, and it is like I don't know where this is going, but you know, I'm just gonna keep pumping these things out and see what happens. Should I like do an intro or something? Maybe. I don't know. Fuck it.
Did you practice your outro?
I have my friend Thomas Todd who makes beats. He made me a beat for my intro outro, and then I made a logo last night when I was bored. And then yeah, man, I don't know. I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I finally named it, dude. Yeah, welcome to the Goodest Cast, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Episode 1 or 2 or like 3, depending on which order I want to put them in. You know.
Yeah. This video might have already come out, but
Jason, shut up, dude. I gotta introduce you. First, you need the man who needs no introduction. Fucking Jason Bostrom, aka Baby J, aka West Coast Fujio, aka
whoa.
The guy he's a nice guy, aka like has had the same car since he was 16.
AKA AK-47, AK Machine Gun Kelly, AKA
Machine Gun Baby J.
Yeah. Scrat tat.
Blah, ga, ga, ga.
All right,
yeah,
sick.
and then I'm gonna go out of focus and then come back.
Yeah. Gotta get refocused.
That was dramatic.
I'm trying to focus, And then we got, Danny the man, aka Handsome Boy Modeling School, aka fucking. Yeah, dude. I really wanted to go see Rage with you, but I think coronavirus is gonna fuck that up. I got tickets, man. I got tickets to the tour. I got floor tickets. Yes. Yep.
I've had this for like 15 years, probably since before I was even old enough to drive to the store to buy
it. If someone eating a bat is the reason I don't get to see Rage live again, I'm gonna freak out. Dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna rage?
I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna go to Zach's house and just be like, "Hey, man, can you just like yell at me or something like real quick?"
Dude, it's a conspiracy. Zach was about to do his mid-concert speech for everyone and explain that Jeffrey Epstein didn't really kill himself, and this is all a hoax to make us forget.
Dude, how? I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah, yeah, dude. Zach was gonna do his like Kanye rant, except it was gonna be coherent.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's all we got. Now we don't get that, and I'm forever upset about that. My brother used to serve him coffee at he worked at a coffee shop in LA, and like Zach was one of his regular customers and stuff, and like he would like always talk to him and stuff. And he like, my dad got surgery, and he like told my brother to wish him well and stuff like that. So I'm pretty jealous of that. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like I never knew how to say his last name properly.
Yeah, that's why I just said Zach, because I don't want to
say it. I feel like I've heard it, like, I've heard KRS-One say it this way, and I've heard like a reporter say it this way, and I just want to shut my mouth.
It's probably the way KRS-One says it, but like, who's gonna correct KRS-One also?
Exactly.
You never know, man. And then like, I also had lunch with Tom Morella's assistant once. That was pretty cool.
That is neat.
Yeah, she's nice.
I really wanted to see Tom Morello when he came to town as the night watchman, but tickets sold out quick and they were really expensive.
Yeah, I like everything.
Really expensive.
Everything he does, like he just does cool stuff. I don't know. It's pretty sick. He did like a the coupe, like
he did like an album with a dude from the guy. It's the same guy who made Sorry to Bother You. I didn't know that he directed that.
Oh, I didn't either.
The Coop directed Sorry to Bother You,
Hmm.
and did the whole soundtrack. But yeah, they have like a collab album that was like pretty cool, but like nothing like the original, man. You can't just, there's nothing. And like Prophets of Rage, I'm not gonna go see Prophets of Rage before I see Rage. You know? Anyway. Who gives a shit about what I
I
think?
feel you. I used to be way more into going to concerts than I am now. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's called getting old.
Yeah.
There's
I think I got old when I was born.
Yeah, you are like the oldest, youngest man alive.
Yeah. Ask me how many concerts I've gone to.
How many concerts have you been to, Jason?
None.
None?
You've been too busy getting good at drifting. That's why I'm terrible.
Too busy becoming DG, Drift God.
Yeah.
That's what
DGD.
it's like I go to a show and Jason, mentally prepares for his next drift event.
Man,
I am the wheel.
I'll meditate.
I am the tire.
You mean you don't sleep in your car the night before a drift event?
I do a lot more than sleeping the night before a drift event.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, are you talking about working on it or like working on it?
No, like
working
mentally work, like mentally getting prepared. Like I cooked dinner in the car the night before.
There was that one show.
Kielbasas are done.
What?
So kielbasas are done.
There was that one show the dude actually was like in love with his car. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't use me. They didn't use my bit for that.
But like we got this other guy, but like he's not as weird. Let's just roll with the main one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like all my teeth and I'm like and I'm like relatively normal. So yeah, they didn't want to, like, as weird as I wanted to get with the car, they didn't want to use it.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nothing makes better TV than meth mouth.
Yeah.
as we learned from Tiger King.
I was just gonna say Tiger King proved that one.
Yeah. I mean,
I still haven't watched it, man.
You should.
I know.
I'm jealous of you. It's a good show.
Why?
Because you get to watch it.
I've watched it like twice already.
Because you want to rewatch it?
You've watched the whole thing twice?
Yeah.
Well, you've already watched it for me then, so there we go. I don't have to do it.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. It's just like, it's just mind-boggling that this is happening, and it's like every 5 minutes you're like, is that like legal? How are the cops not just showing up and shutting this down right now? All the time.
I mean, dude, where are they? They're like Idaho?
No, Idaho.
Ohio.
I actually forgot. I don't know.
It's above Texas, I think.
It is.
It's connected to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Because they said that. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah, I forgot.
They did meth and they raised tigers. Sick. I kind of still want one though. I'm not gonna lie.
Check out these bad boys I got.
Yeah, dude, hit us.
Dang.
Damn.
Got that mustard vision on fleek.
Mm-hmm. these are a bit too neon for my taste, but it makes everything pretty bright.
Dude, it's a good look. When you look at your car,
all the tabs I'm browsing.
Yeah.
Not browsing any tabs.
when you look at your car wearing those, does it like disappear?
Yeah. It's just like an Inception, and I fall asleep and wake up at my local Taco Bell.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Billy needs those. He'd like to wake up at a Taco Bell.
Yeah, I was giving him a hard time on his podcast about how he likes
comes to California and eats Taco Bell instead of like actual fucking tacos.
I mean, man, let him live, you know.
Hey, I get it. He doesn't
have that back home. That was the only way I was able to talk him into coming to like Osaka with us, and I was like, "Hey, man, there's a Taco Bell there." He's like, "Oh, okay, I'm in."
I will say that Taco Bell in Shawano is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally the only place I eat Taco Bell at.
Dude, Taco Bell outside in Shawano, right near Final Belt. You heard it here first, or maybe not. or you didn't hear it here at all because no one's gonna watch this. Has literally the best Taco Bell I've ever had in my life.
Yep.
And I will put it up against
All you
anywhere.
other Taco Bells.
Yeah.
Call out to all the Taco Bells.
Yeah.
I definitely did a front wheel drive burnout in a rental car in that drive through. as we grabbed our food, I just like e-brake fucking ding ding ding. They're like, what are you doing?
May or may not have had a couple brewskis.
Nah.
Pre-Taco Bell.
The only place that I hit there every time is Perkins. I think I've gone there every time. Or that's, wait,
Yeah.
no,
Perkins.
Perkins, right? Is that what
Oh,
it's
is that the
called?
like is that like the weird
The
small-
diner.
That's the diner
Oh.
on like the main
Yeah.
kind of fucking.
Dude, I've never
traffic
been there.
stop.
Is it good?
It's like
You had
Sherry's.
to have been there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like just a rebranded Sherry's Pies or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty, yeah.
I mean, it's
Pretty
super.
much.
Yeah, it's definitely it's chain. It's not anything like local to fucking China.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
But we don't have them like on the West Coast really. Or do you guys
No.
down in
No.
Cali?
Nah.
No.
No.
So
But
you're-
the first time, because I thought Perkins was something like special, the first final bout that I ever went to, and it wasn't bad. And then like the first time I towed both the cars to final bout, I just like Perkins.
All over, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. They're everywhere except for in California.
Yeah, dude. It's interesting, like seeing, like we get to see some like weird parts of the States because of drifting, and like weird parts of other places. Like you go to Japan and like everyone's like, oh, Kyoto, and like, oh, like, you know, cherry blossoms and castles and stuff, and we're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like hang out at this shop, like
Yeah.
it's like in the like, you know, random spot that like there's like, you know, nothing in the town and there's like a machine shop across the street. Like that's
Yeah.
where we'll be.
Yeah. Best vacation ever.
And we went to New Zealand. It was like, all right, well, we're just gonna hang out at like, you know, Adam and Joel's parents' house.
Yeah.
But it's still sick. It's like
but
it's
that
cool.
was a sick spot though.
Yeah, they really hooked us up. That was pretty nice. No, I'm not gonna lie. There's some good people for that.
Yeah.
They rolled out the red carpet.
Mm-hmm. They told their parents to kick rocks for the weekend.
Yeah, they're like, yo, folks,
Yeah.
step.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And then Jason and I had hosted a cooking show in their kitchen.
Yeah, we need to keep that going, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
Especially right now, everybody's cooking all, man. We already cook quite a bit at home, but now it's like we cook at home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shami's like definitely been the pro at that. I'm like good at cooking, but I've been lazy. I've been too busy trying to get this sick podcast off the ground.
Mm.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
the ultimate lazy cooker person ever. You know what you gotta do? Get yourself a panini maker. That has been
Oh yeah.
I've been hitting paninis every day lately. So
You're
easy.
You're like, bread, whatever goes on the inside, grill it, you know?
This is what I've been on right now. Sourdough bread, pesto, turkey, cheese of your choice, preferably like mozzarella or something, I don't know, American. And then whatever else you want. Do the toast it or whatever. A1, so good.
You know, I can't hate you for that. When I worked in the car audio install bay, we had a panini maker, and I would go to Safeway, you know, those like big, or like whatever supermarket you have, they always have them, but like the like giant, like
Pre-made ones.
foot-long pre-made sandwiches.
Big
and then
sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, I would get one of those and just break off pieces and put it in the panini maker every day.
Ah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
And so that was like, I like lived off that when I was building my S13.
Aaron and I
"Alright."
have survived
like,
off of those on road trips. Like we'll just get one every like 2 days and just eating them.
Where is Aaron? I think he's gonna jump on at some point.
So I was actually checking. He said he doesn't have a camera on his computer. Asked if he can get on with his phone. I don't know.
He's trash, dude. You gotta yell at him.
Like,
what
dude,
about all those
it's 2020,
webcams he's
Aaron.
been putting out, man?
he's like, yeah, I'm down, and then like as we do it, he's like, wait, I don't got a cam, dude. Are we all gonna text him right now? Hey man,
Yeah.
Dude, get on.
get your life together.
I'm gonna grab food real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna edit this out.
What?
Maybe. I'm gonna edit this out, or maybe not. Who cares?
No, I mean, it's
It'll be
This
like
isn't-
intermission.
quick intermission because I had breakfast this morning and that was it.
Sick, dude. Grab your food. We'll just be here. We're gonna do the coffin dance while you're gone.
That's like my favorite, most recent meme.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's surfacing. Like it deserves it.
Dude,
Proud
someone
of
made an Instagram filter where you could put your face on all their faces.
I saw you post it because I was like earlier. I was like, yeah, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock. Are we doing this? And I saw that you had posted on a story, and I was like, they're probably posting like the chat and didn't even invite me or whatever. It's just you coffin dancing.
Yeah, man. I was waiting on Jason, and then Jason was waiting on me. So, that's the game. Now we're waiting on Aaron.
Is that an empty beer that I just heard?
Yeah. Should I go get another one?
I got, because like I specifically grabbed a second one to kind of warm up because I figured we'd be shotgunning one, but I might just open this one and see where things go.
Dude, should we shotgun one? Is that bad? Is that like a bad way to kick it off? Or like, all right, cool, let's shotgun some beers like on the internet.
I think it'd be a cool podcast. I don't know. Talk about paninis and
Watch Jason eat an entire artichoke.
and then
What's that?
artichokes and then beers.
Artichoke and farro with peppers and some asparagus
Dude,
That
is the
fancy.
fucking
with a little,
healthiest thing I've ever seen.
vinaigrette dressing.
Is that why you're so good at drifting, dude? That you just that healthy?
It's a vegan diet.
Are you vegan, dude?
No,
All right. Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're just trying to eat a little better.
I hear you.
no disrespect to the veganation, obviously, but
I just finished off this February 2020 12 fluid ounce PBR here. Very, very nice, chilled. It's the original Pabst Blue Ribbon since 1893, but that one's done. And
So it's from 1893.
1893
original.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's alive from then still.
So now we're gonna bust out this Pabst Blue Ribbon from 1893.
Whoa! How much did you pay for that?
It's like $1.27 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but in 1897, that's $1.27. That's like a mortgage payment.
I'm drinking. Oh god, I'm drinking this Animal IPA by 4 Point.
That's the secret sauce.
That's Jason's favorite beer, I think.
It pretty much is.
For pretty obvious reasons.
They usually
That'll
have at
make
least
you an
3 of them
animal.
before going out on track.
Don't tell people.
That's a joke. For anybody who thought I was serious.
Hey, we're editing this part out though, right? So
I have like 2.
Dude, I'm trash. I should probably try that if that's your secret.
Yeah, go for it. It'll be
Next
entertaining
event,
at least.
Cartel. Yeah, that's true.
you guys seen Rush, right? James Hunt sits there and takes a hit and like a shot before he goes racing.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's like the only reason my girlfriend like watches Formula One, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that movie. I think she like kind of hoped that like drifting would be like that, where it's like, just like playboys like doing cool shit and like, doing that. that lifestyle, and it's like definitely not. It's like
Little do you know.
yeah, we're gonna drive to like the middle of nowhere, and there's gonna be no one there, and it's
Would
fine.
be nice, but no.
Just be
Yeah.
just a bunch of weird guys talking to each other.
It'd be kind of sick to have some like crazy endorsement deal where like Nike pays me just to like wear shoes, but you know, I don't have the skills needed for that.
You got tallness on your resume, so you're already most of the way there.
Yeah, but you're the one that's good at basketball.
Well, maybe if we just,
Combine forces.
Yeah.
Is gonna start a basketball team.
Yeah, well, Jason will have all the skills. It'll be like the Monstars, except it'll be like not good, and we'll lose, just like the movie.
Animal stars.
Yeah, Anna Monstars.
Well, it's not about how good or bad you are. It's just, how good you are at
I-
publicizing yourself.
How you play the game.
Yeah.
On.
Oh,
There we go.
we have
He
a new
doesn't have-
contender.
I was like, hey, dude, you don't need a camera. Just join in audio. No one needs to see your face.
Dude,
That's funny.
but don't you want to see my face?
I mean, we
Oh,
do want to
this
see your
later
face.
on.
But if that's a
I hear you.
limitation of you not coming on here, then we're not down, dude.
Yeah.
I'm real fucking hungry, but I'm gonna do this anyway.
Dude, just eat. Jason's eating on here.
Well, yeah, I'm eating visually. You can eat behind a curtain.
But dude, I fucking smack lips, bro.
That's fine. Jason's literally eating an entire
Artichoke.
artichoke. Like he's gonna artichoke you if you don't join.
Yeah.
Man, you stole my joke. I was thinking that in my head. Why do
Well,
we
then, like-
think the same?
Too late.
Get out of me.
Are you quicker than that?
All right, so like since this is unofficial, I still gotta announce you, even though we're like 30 minutes in, and who cares?
And I kind of just butted in and didn't say shit.
Yeah, I mean it's cool though, because like I kind of hope that would happen, because it would just show how freeform and how much we don't care, even though obviously I put a lot of time into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's Aaron. Welcome,
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
aka Aaron, aka
I think it's probably better without a picture, because then I can every time he talks, I just see Aaron, and it's hilarious.
Number
Yeah.
one daddy with no kids.
does it say Aaron on your birth certificate or?
Yeah, that's actually facts. Yeah,
Sick?
that's my official birth given name.
It must be tough for you when people spell your name wrong.
Yeah, it was really hard when Key and Peele were my name. And
Huh.
yeah, I went through some hard times there, but we're above that now.
I had a friend named Dylan, and when that Chappelle Show skit came out,
Dylon.
we all called him Dylon for like 10
Yeah.
years. Actually, we still call him Dylon.
Did you call him Dylon 5 times every time you talk to him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How can you not?
Yeah.
Dude, he spits hot fire. You have to.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the top 5 greatest MCs of all time. You better respect that.
Yeah. Can't just go around choke a legend.
So what's everyone up to, man?
Just quarantining.
Yep.
Quarantines?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Working.
slaving away painting a car. I'm over it, right?
Yeah. It looks super sick.
It does.
Yeah, man. It
Thanks, fellas.
does look real good. Like, when are you gonna shock the world with your creation?
I don't know, Dash. Probably should line up some of those panels a little better before I get roasted on the internet.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I'll spend all this time getting a car together, and I got the fucking hood popped in a picture, and some nerd will be like, "Hey, man, nice looking hood fitment." I'm like, really? That's what you take out of me posting this?
I think you're going to get it no matter what.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
always
that's
those
kind of
people.
I'm kind of over it. Like, I know that's just gonna happen no matter what. But
Hey, dude, don't read the comments.
man,
Or-
that's my problem. That's I gotta
Dude,
stop.
you gotta heart your haters, man.
You know what I do is I go through, and everything that's positive, I like every single positive post, and then anything that's like annoying or not positive, I don't like it, just so they if they go and look, and they'll be like, Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And that's so wholesome.
yeah.
Like,
And also,
you
like,
the positivity.
yeah, dude, I'm trying to, I'm not positive. I'm not a positive person, so I'm trying to, like, at least, like, hype people up for being positive.
Yeah, you're spreading the positive.
Yeah, except hopefully not COVID positive, but,
You don't test positive, but you are positive.
dude, I'm just trying to, like, circulate the positive vibes, not test results,
Yes, this
There's
makes sense.
that's a good quote.
Ah,
You're just full of good quotes, man.
yeah, I just say stuff with my mouth and then I, like, hear it later and I'm like, sick. I should either, like, talk a lot or I should just never talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have my favorite motivational quote. If you try hard, you'll do good. I mean, if you think about it, man, that's good.
Pretty deep.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah. I think I
I mean,
stole
only
it.
a born influencer could think of that.
Yeah.
I think I stole it from Abraham Lincoln, but I mean,
You probably thought of it first.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, are you a historian?
Well, yeah. Look at where he is and look at where you are, Palmer.
Wow.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, you're drifting a BMW, Jay-Z powered, and he's dead. So
He got shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it
too
way.
soon.
He's pretty much got it way better.
feel pretty stupid now.
Hey,
Yeah.
spoiler alert out there. He got shot.
Damn.
Yeah, I heard it was some, like, street turf war stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't play out.
Some North versus South gang kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was cooking up some dope and just he's getting a little greedy and cut it too hard, and that's what happens, right? Like,
That's way
Damn.
deeper than I ever wanted to know.
yeah, dude, Mr.
Wow.
Mr. Lincoln,
Mr.
Mr. Lincoln
Big-
wasn't
big-
thinking.
And now he's permanently not.
Now he's
blinking.
permanently stinking.
Aaron's gonna start rapping now.
Yo, do some podcast raps.
Dude, big link,
Yeah,
Actually,
I don't care what anyone says. I feel like when we were really drunk in Japan, like we had some fire bars.
Yeah,
I feel like some of them were good, even though when you think everything's good when you're drunk,
we were having a good time. We were having the goodest time. It was like we were outside. We were freestyling. Austin was pissed and wanted to have us stop freestyling in his face, and we weren't gonna give him the pleasure of stopping.
I wish I could have been there for the fucking rap battles.
It wasn't even it wasn't really it was like a cipher kinda, except we were trashed and it was really bad. And some of it was terrible, but there was some gold in them pills,
Nah, man, I was watching the stories. I thought it was fire, and I was sober, man.
It's what, the XXL cipher? We were like the medium cipher.
Dude, yeah, it was the schmediumest of ciphers.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I felt like we had some bars.
Yeah,
But if you get mad and tell me not to do something, I'm probably gonna do it harder.
Yeah,
especially if it's already kind of funny.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
Fuels the fire, man.
If he said keep going, I'd probably be like, well, I'm over it now.
Yeah.
Then I probably would have just walked away.
You'd be like, hey man, that was pretty good. Keep going. What else do you got? You'd be like,
Oh man, that's fire. Keep going. I'd be like, fuck off.
I'm a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got to do that again when we're allowed to go there.
Yeah, that was as fun. I'll say this. That was as fun as the drifting that we didn't do.
Yeah.
That was as fun.
It was as
For
fun
sure.
as watching drifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100p.
Really selling it here.
I mean, dude, Jason, I mean, you've been to Mahon and drifted there, so you haven't been to Mahon and not drifted. It's
No, I'm when I go to drift weekends, I'm half there for the hangs, half there for the driving. So
that's true.
Yeah.
if there's some drunken fire going down, that's main focus of the weekend at that point.
See, like I think I get sometimes. Well, no, I never get more excited than actually going drifting. But sometimes I'm like more excited than going to a drift event to like watch. I'm more excited to go for the hangs than to like watch the drifting.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Every episode, are you gonna somehow full circle drop the title of the podcast? Because you already said the goodest. You said we had the goodest hangs. I was like, damn, that came full circle, and now the title is like, perfect.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for putting up with my 500,000 name ideas and then just helping me pick like the dumbest one, but it's also the best one. Well, really, it's the goodest one.
See? There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Bringing it full circle.
It's called a callback, Aaron. It's a thing in comedy that we do as comedians.
You're part of the community.
I mean, I'm not. I like to pretend that I am. Like, I'll go to comedy nights and like watch the comedy, and then like the like open mic nights, and then I'll be like, I'll try and like talk to the comedians after and be like, oh, good set. Like, I do comedy too, but they don't know that I don't or never have. But I try and like vibe with them. I'm just like trying to like infiltrate that like circle a little bit, but at the same time,
fake it till you make it.
They know that I'm a phony, so it's like just really uncomfortable. One time I went to a comedy show and I leaned against the wall and turned the lights on, like all the bright lights in the room.
No, is that true?
Yeah. And I was like, I like literally just walked in and like leaned against the wall because I was laughing and turned the lights on like right when somebody was like delivering a sick punchline.
Oh no.
And then I just left. I just 180'd and got out of there.
Dude, what did the crowd look like? Did they just look like they were just clapped out? That's why the lights are off. Like they're just
was everybody way uglier?
They all looked like
beat.
They all look like the Tiger King's wives or boyfriends or husbands.
This is a sausage fest.
It was like Joe Exotic and his 40 husbands in there, and they all just looked at me with their meth mouth, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
It's even worse. You thought you were in danger.
I was actually like pretty excited. I was like, "Damn, my people." I was like, "Man, I'm really upset. I gotta go now, but I gotta go."
Yeah, that's how you fake it till you make it. You're talking to the comedians and you're just like, oh, that's happening now. That's a trend in comedy. We're doing that. You say we, and then you're part of the community.
Yeah, I use a lot of the royal we when I'm talking to comedians.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. That's life, You gotta like.
I think I need to use that a lot in conversation when I'm talking about things.
Well,
just make it seem like it was a joint decision.
Dude, how was it when you guys came up with the name, The Goodest Podcast?
I mean
that when we came up with it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I was like, hey, should I call it this? And you just said, yeah. No one else said anything.
Pretty sure I was just like, yep, that's it. Because right when you said it, I knew like when I heard the one that is gonna be the one, it's gonna be like, yeah, that's it.
Yep. Or he was just tired of you asking for suggestions, so he's like, yeah, go for it.
You're sick of me spamming the chat?
I'm sick of like 2 different group chats of suggestions.
Dude, sometimes when I like lose my mind, I lose my mind. And I'll just like lose my mind into a group chat. And then I like regret it forever because like half the group chat thinks it's hilarious. And then the other half of the group chat, like I've lost them forever.
or there's like a couple that never even read it. They never caught up.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, the people who have seen it and then like just disregarded it, do you really want those people in your life anyways?
True, that's a good point.
I think everybody who gave you a comment on like what they thought would be a good, podcast name, those are the day ones,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, even if like I don't reply to something, if I heart it, dude, I meant it, Like if I heart that, dude, I'm there for you. I'm there for you, dude. Like my heart's there, Yeah. I just don't feel like talking,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, much preach,
So you're trying to make like your own channel, like, because I saw the one with you and Billy and Adam, and it was on like Is that Billy's podcast?
It's Billy and Mez.
Billy and Mez.
So Mez is Reckham. He like does Reckham. He's from Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's like triple OG, but he like
yes.
doesn't flaunt it. But he's like super cool. I don't know. He's a
hella
good guy.
funny.
Yeah, he's so funny, dude. Like I met him and I decided that I didn't want to do comedy.
You met him and you retired.
Yeah, I met him and I was like, it's no longer we, dude. It's you guys. Like it's them. But yeah, like Billy was like, oh yeah, you should come on. And then Mez is just like low key. He's like, all right, I guess we'll do it. He's like, well, tonight I'm gonna like drink some beers and play skate. So can we do it tomorrow? And I was like, I'm not gonna get in the way of that. That sounds like a great time.
Dude, I haven't played skate in years.
Yeah, me neither.
When's the new skate coming out? Was it Skate 4 they'd be on? That mythical game everybody's talking about that's never going to drop.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, it's never happening.
I'd get a controller to play that on my computer because I don't know a console.
Dude, what was that game we were playing at? Well, I don't know if you were there, but Julian had this game that I think it was on Kyle's computer. It was like Skater XL or something.
Dude,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like your left stick is the left side of your body, and the right stick's like the right side.
Yeah,
it's got like full control of everything, and it was extremely hard.
Dude, it's like
just push like A and jump, you know.
Yeah, it's like the Live for Speed of skateboarding games.
Yeah, I tried playing Live for Speed at Julian's and my other buddy Packpacks, and I could not. I don't know, man. It was interesting.
That's because you played Assetto first.
I know. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
You get used to something, and then everything.
Assetto's way different than LFS.
Yeah.
100%. It's different than everything because I played R Factor a ton, and LFS a little bit. Even
I wish my clutch pedal didn't break when getting like sim stuff is harder than getting toilet paper these days.
Yeah.
Hey man,
can't get anything.
Hey man, like I always say, even my virtual cars suck ass. There's always a problem with these damn computer games, dude. Yeah. You can't just like jump on and play, you know, just like you can't. I mean, some people can just jump in their car and drive.
Yeah.
But it's always something, right?
Yeah, I would say that my JZ BMW is more reliable than my Assetto stuff.
It's probably true. Like tonight, they were having like a open drift thing virtually at Spirit Peaks, and I couldn't even get in the damn server. There's all this stuff you got to download and buy, and I'm just like, I don't know, man, it wouldn't work.
So how is Park having an open drift tomorrow?
That's a good question.
Because they're rebels, dude. They're not. Yeah, they're out. Like I don't know, man. Outside of Portland, Oregon's an interesting place, man. I got some friends that live there. I have some friends that live in like Salem.
No, I will say you drive down, like you go down through Oregon, on I-5 through Oregon. Yeah, not far past Portland. It's almost like every exit. There's, sorry if this ever gets aired and Oregonians are watching, but you fucking weirdos out there are everywhere. Fucking meth heads, tweakers, at every fucking exit. Like, it's weird. But yeah, I mean, it's not that far outside of Portland, and yeah, they're like still having this tomorrow, an open drift, no driver cap. They said no spectators, but they said no driver cap, and every driver can bring like crew members. So like, you bring all your homies, and it's the same shit. They're gonna have like a couple hundred people there. I thought you can't have more than like 10 people anywhere right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what they have at Grange right now. It's like 10 people, including drivers or something like that.
Yeah, no, they're not. There's no cap.
Yeah,
on drivers.
I mean, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm jealous.
I mean, it's cool. I just don't know how it works.
I'd go in like a full hazmat suit and just not talk to anybody. Just pull up on the line with the hazmat suit like over my helmet.
You talk like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
They're like, no or go, and then everybody crashes.
I think you should go. What?
I mean, hey man, I don't know, whatever. Just trying to flatten the curve, you know?
It's out on the front lines.
Yeah. I heard you're like Aaron, you're like where all of the COVID is.
Yeah, dude, I'm like living it up. It's all around me.
Good thing you're like painting cars and inhaling like chemicals that'll probably kill any kind of virus.
Yeah.
That's kind of my theory, you know, if you don't wear any protection and you just breathe in a bunch of chemicals, it'll kill off the disease. No, I don't. I wear respirators. Wear respirators, kids.
Danny,
Dude, I
what
watch
do you-
people. There's like videos of kids like painting cars, you know, and they're not even thinking about posting it, not wearing a respirator, and people like flame them in the comments. I'm just like, dude, yeah, you gotta wear a mask, man. That's not the kind of high you want, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's not it, G. You
That's
need to
not
like
it. Yeah.
you protect your lungs. You know, you only got 2, and I think you have to have. Well, you only need 1 of them, but like two is a lot better.
Like you only live once, but with 2 lungs.
Yeah.
You only lung once.
You only lung once twice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Wow.
head out.
Dude, this is pretty
Yeah.
profound. I think we might win the Nobel Prize.
Or
Never know.
Or no one will ever see it, and like it'll get like 2 views on YouTube, and then like,
It could go viral.
so you're telling me there's a chance?
yeah, dude. If 2 people watch this, that's good. That's the goodest.
There you go again, dude. At least like 3 times a podcast. You get it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it like I'm gonna do it all through the beginning, and then people are gonna be like, "All right, dude, we get it." Like, you know,
Yeah,
Or just make it a thing, and it'll turn into like a drinking game.
yeah. Like every time I say the goodest, you gotta drink. Okay.
Every time you say like or goodest.
Oh,
like-
man.
Night, night. You're gonna wake up dead,
Yeah, like will get you wrecked.
Dude.
dude.
When
Or
Jason-
dude.
When Jason and I did like a little trial one that I like might put up, but I might not. I don't know yet. We both say like 500 times. Like you
Oh,
wouldn't
did you
have
count
enough.
it?
There it is, right there.
You
There's
wouldn't
one.
have there. There wouldn't be enough alcohol in this universe to play that game.
I even said in that too that I've been trying to not say like so much for everything.
You know what else
Man.
is hard? Like they talked about this in school. They're like, don't say like or for.
It's
What
so
was
hard
it?
not
It was
to.
like 40 days. And this teacher that I had in elementary school, he claimed that if you didn't say like or in a sentence for like 40 days, you'd be over it. And I couldn't do it.
Dude, what kind of sadistic shit is that? Like, just
Oh,
like-
he also, that teacher, I wasn't in that class. He was like next door because it was like the special kids that were smarter than me. Or I was the special kids that weren't as smart. I don't know. But either way, that teacher said that, and I'll never forget that because it didn't work. And he was like so sure about it. It was funny.
Yeah.
Did you go without saying or like for 40 days?
I think I made it like 20 minutes. Like for real. Like, there we go. Like,
I had
like
this, I was
like, yeah.
I was seeing this girl at one point, and like there was
Yikes.
this dumb
Yikes.
like Instagram or it was like on the internet or whatever. It's like if you stare into like each other's eyes for like 38 seconds or something, like you'll be in love forever or something. And like she kept trying to do it to me, so she would just like hold my eyelids open and like stare into my eyes for like 45 seconds straight, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
After that, I downgraded again, and then I upgraded real good. I think. I hope, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
It's kind of fun at least pretending like this is gonna be Steam because I don't know how to act on camera, and I especially start saying like and all the time when I'm confused and don't know where I was going with my thoughts.
Dude, if this, I mean, I'm probably gonna. Dude, who cares? I'm probably gonna put this on the internet. Like,
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you should.
well,
I was watching what?
We'll put it out there, and then if people are like, "This is trash," I'm gonna be like, "All right,
You're
Maybe-
trash.
maybe I need to like ask people questions or something, or like like have a topic. Like today's topic is turbo pressure and how to control boost leaks. Okay, Danny, I'm gonna go to you. Like, I mean, who knows,
Dude,
dude?
I'd log out.
Yeah.
Click.
Like,
Yeah.
Today's topic is we're going to talk about what Chris Forsberg did in the last Formula Drift round. And then everyone's like, I thought that the tire marks that he put on the door was a little aggressive. And then everyone's like, I agree. And then they move on to the next topic. We could do that. You want to do that?
Oh, doctor.
I don't know. I liked when you guys were talking about like modern drifting and pro drifting and the difference between stuff, and that's been like I guess that's been a pretty popular topic in drifting lately anyways.
On unexplored lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Someone
find the
pointed out
lines,
to
by
me
the way?
meant like it's like they're talking about like driving line and then also like crossing the line, and then I was like, I thought they just meant like they're gonna cross the line a lot on their show.
So are those lines considered explored,
I guess they would be now.
Yeah.
Some of them.
or will it take some time?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like some of them they're like.
Will it be updated on Google Maps?
I think they've been contemplated, but maybe not explored fully. Yeah.
Contemplated lines. Got it.
I'm gonna try and get them on here too, because Mez has some crazy stories and Billy's like entertaining, They got some good they're top notch entertainment,
Yep.
I had like maybe 4 people tell me that they liked it, so that's cool.
I
mean,
listened to it actually while I was going to Santa Rosa today. It was pretty good.
Sweet, dude.
There you go. 5.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom has a podcast or had one and like did one for a long time, and then I was like, I should do one, I guess, because
Like somebody should. I mean, I don't know. I've talked to Aaron. Me and Aaron talked about this a lot. Like, there's a lot of good stuff that, like, a good content that could be made, but it's hard to be like, hey guys, what's up? I just woke up and I'm gonna make a fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
You have to do it you definitely have to do it the right way.
I feel like this is the way to like get people to like see how funny a lot of these like a lot of my drift friends are, and like the world of like our kind of like weird subculture. Like there's a lot of cool people with like good stories and stuff, but like they're not the type of people who are gonna like go out and like make a video like, hey guys, I just want to tell you that like I used to struggle and had a hard time with drifting, and now I do great, and I try to do this and I try to do that, and now look, it's like, and it's like that. There's just no like medium for this really. Like I feel like there's a bunch of like I think I have like a list of like 40 something people that were like at least interested in like doing this. So I'm just gonna start knocking them out and see if people are interested in seeing people's stories or whatever. But I think I don't know.
Knocking them out or like going through the list?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fly to their house and just punch them in the face like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
That could be like a spin-off to this.
How'd you spend your money? Well, you see, I'm a man of my word.
Goodest podcast bonus round Fight Club.
Dude, I just went on moviepoopshoot.com and just found everybody that was talking shit about me and Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, how like
dude, that's such a good movie.
Dirty can we get on this podcast?
Dude, you can say whatever you want, dude.
Oh,
but it's only gonna be
it's the goodest though. You gotta be pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's only gonna come back to you though, so
yeah, fair enough.
That's the
dude,
game.
I put 2 pieces of paper between my brown eye and bam, no shit stains in my undies. I love that movie, dude.
It's a top-notch quality piece of film.
Yeah. It's hard, dude.
Is that your favorite comedy of all time?
No, me?
Well, whoever, I don't know.
Yeah,
dude, lately, I don't know, man. Lately, Grandma's Boy and Office Space.
Ooh,
those are both pretty good.
They both were super underrated when they came out. They were like flops.
I like my favorite comedy is Titanic. What?
It is
please
fucking hilarious when Rose tries to hit the same spot twice with the axe. I cry laughing every time. I will give you that. She misses by almost a yard. I don't even think the drawer. I don't even think the dresser is a yard wide, and that's how far she misses.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Every time he's drawing her and her naked boobies are on the screen, I would, when me and my parents would watch that movie, I would pretend I fell asleep during that scene because it was that awkward, like seeing titties
Dude,
from
I
my
for
parents.
sure
Because I was like 10 or whatever, not even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd always pretend to fall asleep right at that moment and then like wake up right after, like conveniently enough.
I for sure saw that in theaters with my mom.
Yeah.
And like that scene and then the like hand on the window scene, like I was like just like petrified. I didn't say anything. Like I was just like looking. But I was like, if she fucking looks at me, dude, I'm running. Like I'm gonna
Dude, when you're 10, that scene was more
Running out of this movie theater.
Yeah.
Running away.
Just
Yeah,
like humming to myself. like, like, are you okay? Yeah,
And silly me thought that worked.
it's okay, dude. You can bomb all you want. This is a place for bombing.
The weirdest movie I ever watched with my parents and shittiest movie, hands down, I've ever seen is Open Water. You guys seen that?
No.
Oh,
So it's this movie. I don't know how long it is. Probably only an hour or so. It's pretty short, but it's because there's no movie to it. It's called Open Water because this couple that gets stuck out scuba diving in open water. The boat leaves or whatever, and the whole movie they're just floating in water, and then they eventually die. But the first like 5 minutes they're in a hotel just like fucking each other, and like me and my parents sat down to watch this movie like when I was young. Oh, popcorn and stuff, and then like it just pans to like this lady just like laying on bed on the bed.
I saw Wedding Crashers with my mom in the theaters. That was uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a rough one to watch.
It's like more uncomfortable when you're like in your teens and you like kind of know what's going on a little bit more.
But you
Yeah.
definitely
Also-
don't want to watch that with your parents.
My parents told me where babies came from during the opening scene of National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation because they have that like scene where like the sperms like swimming through the like ovaries or wherever the eggs are at. I think that's it.
That was in Vegas Vacation?
I think so. I don't know. It was in yeah.
Wait,
Was it-
are you thinking of Beavis and Butthead Do America? Because
No,
when
dude.
Beavis was the sperm swimming into the.
Yeah, it wasn't. That wasn't. Yeah, but I watched that with my dad though.
Nice.
That was cool.
Dude, you know what I was thinking? Like, why are most horror movies just softcore porn?
It's because that's the only reason people can stay interested in the plot.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but I want to see, like, I like good scary movies. I don't need to, I got my phone for like titties and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we can just watch a scary movie. It doesn't have to be a soft.
Maybe because they want to get you like feeling one type of way and then just flip it the other way.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
oh, they love
Aroused,
each other.
scared.
Like, oh, how they like cut each other's heads off or something.
Dude, I mean, there's a formula, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's like people having a good time and then people having a bad time. That's the
Yeah.
formula.
Extreme.
It's like, I don't know. It's just weird if you think about it.
Yeah, scary movies are kind of like for you, the Titanic. Like to me, they're just funny because like I can clearly tell when and where whoever wrote the movie like and directed it was like thought they were the shit for being like, all right, so then right here we're gonna have this fucking guy pop out with like his arm all twisted, and then this lady's gonna scream over here, and then like a naked woman's gonna pop out here, and everyone's gonna be so scared, and it's just like the dumbest thing ever. Like it makes no sense.
Damn,
I don't
dude.
know.
That's
Have
pretty
you guys
cool.
seen Hereditary?
I wish I was like
No.
I wish I had your like
Terrible.
I wish I had your sixth sense about scary movies.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a critic.
I feel like Dan's the one in the movie theater, like watching the preview, like eating popcorn. Sucks. Like sees the preview, he just already knows it sucks.
It's gonna be bad. I do that though.
Elbows
too.
too pointy.
I was turning to my girlfriend. I'm
Not
like,
watch.
that's gonna be terrible, and then she always says, "Yeah, probably," because I think
Bad casting.
she doesn't want to get in an argument in the theater. She just like lets me say it.
Yeah.
Because if she tells me it looks like it's gonna be good, then I have to tell her why it looks bad, and then everyone looks at us.
Yeah, and then the movie's over.
Yeah. And then I don't get to put a hole in the bottom of the popcorn. And that's the whole reason we went anyway.
Why else would you
Yeah,
pay
man.
$12 for fucking popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Man, you still work for it, huh? I'm just like, hey, you, me, yep. Okay.
Aaron's like, I ain't spending no $12 at the movie theaters.
What a buttery dick.
This lube comes with popcorn.
Great age.
Oh man,
Speaking of comedian, there you go. That was a good one.
dude.
Yeah, how did that happen? I don't know. That's weird.
Set him up.
Dude. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. We're gonna put this out like a few drift people will watch this and be like, they don't talk about drifting at all.
There's nothing to do with drifting.
We talk about like butts and sex and stuff.
Dude, this sucks. It's like a Kevin Smith movie.
I thought they were going to talk
Weed.
about BMW chassis, but I think they mentioned watching porn with their parents. I don't know.
It's like weed and taking fart jokes.
Dude, I don't know. Cool. You guys all have S chassis. That's sweet. We got drifting.
I got a
That's cool.
spare one you can have. Remember?
I know. Jason's trying to get me to go back to S chassis so bad that he says he has a shell for me.
I thought that one was is that the one you want to take to Japan? Or if
I have
Palmer
another
changes
one.
his mind, then
No, he has another one.
You have 3?
I have Ryan's old one, and then I have like an uncrashed coupe shell.
He says it's like really nice, and I'm like, wow, I'm the worst candidate for that.
dude, you remember that one we saw in Japan that got you right in the feels at the
Oh,
shop?
dude.
A black
Yeah.
roof and white.
Mm.
Dude, you had that look in your eye like you might mess around and like go back to S chassis.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think you should go back to S chassis. I think you should just, in addition, an S chassis.
Yeah, fair enough.
That'd be chill.
That's probably a better way
Yeah.
to word it because I don't want you to get rid of that car either.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can like street mod this one and like cruise the strip and pick up dudes.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say.
Those are like people. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like on the ratio of like girls to guys who like my car, there's a lot more girls that like my car than dudes. And like, hey man, that might not be all that like masculine or whatever, but like depends on your angle. Doesn't really help me much because I'm in a committed relationship. But like, you know,
Dude, I feel like that's
if
like
she were to tell me to kick rocks, like, you know, I got the Beamer, bro.
exactly. It's the name. That's super
Yeah.
shallow.
Be like, yeah, I drive an M3 race car, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, wow.
You could probably just rent it out to people during the week,
You
make
must-
money off of it.
You must waste money on dumb things.
Yeah.
I don't want to procreate with you. And
Yeah,
then
you say, yeah, I'm trying to waste money on you.
and then they unmatch me on and then they unmatch on Tinder, and I'm like, oh, sad.
I don't know, man. Your car's looking real good. I'd swipe the
Thanks.
right
Yeah.
way, the correct way, whatever
Thanks,
way that
dude.
is.
Yeah.
I don't swipe I'm
Dude,
taken.
thanks.
happily.
I'm you know, I'm doing what I can. Trying to do what I can with what I got.
Well, it looks like you're trying hard because you sure are doing good.
You know, that's all
Yeah.
you can do in this life.
Yeah.
You're doing the goodest.
Hey man, that's all you can do is the goodest. I could just keep saying that. Should I keep saying that? Is that gonna
That's
Why
all
should we
you.
change
That's
it?
all you say.
is that gonna get the likes, dude?
You should change it to trying the hardest and you'll do the goodest.
Ooh,
Mm.
new slogan. I almost
Perfect.
named. I literally.
Get that tatted.
Yeah.
I feel like I should read the list of things that I like thought were genius, and I made Instagram names for before I named it the Goodest Cast. Hold on, let me.
Oh man, you have a list?
Oh, they're so bad.
I
Dang.
don't think I've heard these.
Yeah, we should go over this.
Okay, so one of them is Roads Closed Pizza Boy.
Dude,
Sick.
that's change
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then so like David the Robot drew like a bunch of like stuff from The Fifth Element, which is like one of my favorite movies.
Love it.
And I was like, oh, sick. I should call it Zorgcast. And so I made that Instagram handle.
That
Heck?
would cool. Like it'd be too involved with that. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, dude, I'd have to have like the half plastic head thing
Yeah,
on,
you have to
on the
shave
show
your
every
head.
day. And I'd have to be like, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself every time, like in the beginning or something, you know?
Also, has
Just,
anyone
like,
ever
go
made
outside
a
on a rainy day
correlation?
and get a slug and like put it on your shoulder? for the
Yeah,
podcast.
dude. Yeah, exactly. And he like choked to death, which was like, or almost did on the show. I don't know, whatever. It's a good.
Yeah. How does he die again? Actually, I forgot.
He's on. He's on the. Well, should we say spoiler alert in case anyone hasn't seen it?
Man, it's 2020. I think
Ain't,
that.
man.
When
He's
did that
on
come
the-
out? Like late 90s?
He's on Lost in Paradise, the ship, and then like the other bomb goes off because the dudes say,
That's right.
"Get wrecked, your bomb sucks, ours is better." It's top notch. And then I almost called it Cut Knuckles. So bad.
You said that a couple times. Like I kind of thought you were gonna go with that one.
Yeah, I was like really proud of that one until I wasn't. Like,
I was
dude,
gonna say which ones were actually close to being used and which ones were just like, oh yeah, no.
Oh, dude, the list of ones that weren't even
That were
close
close.
or even worse. Yeah, let's find those. Those are painful. I like how I'm just airing out my fucking bad ideas.
Yeah, watch all these podcasts pop up now with these names.
Yeah, they'd be like, damn, that's actually a good name. And then they like get hella popular, and then
Just
more-
because
More
of the
popular
name.
than you.
yeah, which is fine though. Who cares? I got bad taste. So I gotta scroll back really far. Oh yeah, the 15th element. Whoa.
Yikes.
Yeah, dude, fucking quit. And then I was gonna call it Sucks to Suck, but someone already named it that. My friend said Sega Driftcast. Whoa.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. Let's talking.
That's actually not bad.
And then Julian hit me with Palmer's Podcastle, What's Your Hassle? And I was like, that's sick. And then I looked it up and there's like fucking 20 called the Podcastle or like Jimbo's Podcastle or whatever.
Oh man.
So, dude, they took them all. And then all the terribly dirty ones that I'm not going to read because like they're not funny. Almost, yeah, Sucks to Suck. That was top notch, dude. I don't know, man. I hate naming stuff because every time I've named anything, I've like regretted the name that I picked like later on.
Gotta pick it and run with it, and
Gotta own
just
it.
don't think about it, except for
Yeah.
when you say it 50,000 times in a podcast.
Yeah, well, I like I probably won't think like Goodest is funny in like 2 weeks, and then I'll just be stuck with it. That's usually how it goes. Or like
Yeah.
people will start saying it, and then it'll be like Hot Boy or like what's
Ugh.
the
Yeah.
other?
You'll get a comment from your mom. You're like, "Well, you never were really good at English class."
Dude, my mom knows I'm terrible at grammar. She listened to the one that I did with Billy and Naz, and
Oh
she's
really?
I was like, all right. She's like, it was good. I think you do a good one. And I was like, you don't have like anything to say about what I said on there? Okay, sweet. That's cool.
You're like, I'm
It's all-
sorry, mom.
At least I'll have one fan.
Your only fan.
Yeah.
Mama love me. I don't care, dude.
Was that an OnlyFans joke? Did you make an OnlyFans joke about my mom?
Yeah, that was like a super low key.
Dude, that was sick.
Damn, Daniel.
That was low key the hardest hit of 2020.
I was hoping you wouldn't even get it until like you're about to go to sleep tonight, and then you were like,
Awake for the rest of the night.
"Motherfucker."
Just wake up in cold sweats and just angry.
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
When I fly to the Pacific Northwest and paint your car brown.
Yeah.
No. Dude, Danny's new color. I don't know if he wants to throw it
I know,
out.
when is this gonna get posted?
I don't know, probably not. Or probably, I don't know, probably like in a week or two.
When are you painting your car, Danny?
I'm painting my car.
Are you? What color? Are you
I-
changing the color?
Oh, I said when. I guess I should ask Aaron because Aaron's probably painting it.
I wish. I want to paint it, but no.
Oh.
Wait, how
no.
close do you guys live? Danny, where do you live? I always forget.
Aaron's like 30 minutes north of Seattle. I'm like 30 south of Seattle.
Sick.
Gotcha. So you're about an hour away.
Yeah, a little more than an hour, but like roughly.
You do the math, okay? Work for it.
Unless there's traffic.
Those,
and then
those classes have been paying off. I can see.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So I just thought of that picture of Jason where his head was huge. Sorry, I just had to say that. It's only
I
10
like
brains, dude.
Okay,
Full of
I
brains.
mean, we'll come back to what Danny's about to say about the car, but just going on that picture, I was at Francesca's cousin's wedding. Like they had like a beach hangout like the next day, and I get like these like texts from Ilya like call me whenever you can or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll call you when I'm heading home, and like I call him, and he like picks up and just starts laughing hysterically, and then he was like, here, I'll send you what I'm laughing at, and it's a picture of my like head like all blown up and shit. And he's like, I set it as like the screensaver for when I like call him, so it pops up.
Ilya has one of the more interesting senses of humor of people that I've met in my life.
It's very eccentric of him.
Yeah, he's an eccentric dude, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's
Yeah.
what I always say.
Well, all this knowledge's got to be stored somewhere. So
It is a hilarious picture, and I did screenshot it, and it's on my phone still.
yeah, that's good. Should remember
Every now and then
that.
I'll just be going through my old photos in the cloud or whatever, and just come across it and just start dying.
Hey, if I can make people laugh at the expense of my head size, that is okay.
So what's it like not being able to snap back?
Oh, well.
Yeah, Jason.
Actually, like now the TF hat that I have,
Yeah.
last button.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's okay, man. I'm on like 2 buttons, so I'm right behind you, man.
Yeah. Although if I have to like think hard on something, like it pops it.
Dude, that's sick. You're like, and I want to see that so bad. Like, Jason, if Danny lives 30 minutes from Seattle and Aaron lives 30 minutes from Seattle, how far away from each other do they live? And you're just like,
boop, got it.
Oh, I broke another hat again.
Yeah.
Francesca, go grab another one.
Yeah.
In the closet.
Another one.
Yeah. That's all TF sponsors me with is hat allotments for the year.
snapback pieces for your hats.
Oh, man.
Dude, you know what we could do?
Oh.
Let's make snapback extenders. It'll be like a little piece that goes on snapbacks and it'll clip to both sides. And then we
That
can
is a good idea. That's a $1 million idea right
we
there.
They're
get
the brainy
Jason
ones.
Hey, I can be
Dude,
a
and-
spokesperson for that and get all super serious.
It'd be sick, dude. We could put like a little like nice like foam pad on it to like be a little sweat absorber. It'd be sick.
That'll be the new trend, man.
Jason, I'll make you one somehow. I don't know how, but I'll do it.
I mean, do you want to can we just do this and get rich and then retire?
yeah, dude, I'm down for any get rich quick scheme as long as it's not a pyramid scheme,
Yeah, no, it's like
Actually, I'm down for any pyramid scheme as long as I'm at the top of the pyramid.
I'll remember that.
Hey, bro, I have a financial opportunity that I want to talk to you about. I know I haven't seen you for since high school, and and we weren't really all that cool. And one time I tried to hit on your girlfriend, but I think you should really come by my house for this meeting that I have. I think it could be very financially beneficial to you. Okay. All right, cool. I'll see you there. Here, let me get your number, man. Do you know how many times that happened to me?
I had at
really?
least 2 or 3, I think. I think I had 3.
Yeah. And then you find out later they signed up for Mary Kay and they're trying to sell you makeup or something.
Herbalife or something.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Not saying it's a pyramid scheme, but if you got to pay into it and you get more money when people sign up underneath you.
What was the wine label that was doing that too? That was super popular.
I don't know, man. I don't drink wine.
Oh man,
I'm not classy. Speaking
That's
of
hella
which,
NorCal of you.
I'm gonna grab me another bruchacho.
you're
I need another
Can you-
natter day, actually.
Can you like ship one of those this way, Palmer?
Yeah. I'll
Or like figure out a way to pass it through the screen? That's your get rich quick scheme.
I got a
Oh,
t-shirt.
yeah.
I got a t-shirt cannon. Do you think it'll make it to Sacramento?
Well, you know,
Yeah,
might as well give it the old college try.
yeah, I'm gonna just jump on my helicopter real quick and drop you one off.
Well, yeah, you have one. You can't. I mean, the streets are so busy there. You kind of have to have a helicopter, right?
Yeah, that's how I get to work.
Yeah.
I think if
And-
you run really fast and shoot it, it'll make it.
Well, yeah, you got to add a little extra.
Just shot put that
do it.
thing.
Yeah.
It's only like 200 miles away.
Yeah.
If
Well,
the t-shirt
this
gun
is the-
shoots Adams out at 200 miles per hour, and Palmer can run at 5.7 miles per hour.
this is a good physics problem,
That's
Palmer.
actually accurate.
I mean, we could actually figure this out. You know, whole projectile motion with a fucking beer can.
Yeah, Jason.
How long does it take to get 200? I mean, it'll probably explode if you tried to shoot it 200 miles. But yeah,
Jason.
Well, beers
Jason.
can have some mass to it.
yeah.
Jason pre engineering school like knew how to make a real good sandwich, and then he would have made like, you know.
Imagine the sandwich I can construct now from a
Yeah, dude, you
fucking
could build
CAD
like
file.
Hey,
nuts, dude.
virtual cheers, boys. I got a Natterday in hand.
All right, dude.
Perfect proportions.
I'll BRB AFK.
I'm about to go back to 1893 and get another one of these things.
Dude, tell those peeps I said what up.
I'll what's
Yeah.
your address? I'll tell them to bury one in your backyard and then just go dig it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Palmer would need a backyard for that.
Yeah, don't.
Or
Dude, I got
balcony or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I got 700 square feet of passion in this baby right here, dude.
You just have like some like an area, like some coordinates.
Yeah. It'll be
Dude.
under the like tall building that he's in.
Yeah, give me an address and I'll just tell them to add like 30 feet to it or something.
Sounds like the name of your album.
Whoa, what
Palmer plus 30 feet.
would the album be?
PP30.
700 square feet of passion.
Dude, that is my album.
When did
Actually-
it drop, dude? I heard it's fire.
Actually, I might name this episode 700 square feet of passion.
Yeah, you probably should actually.
You know how they always
There
like
it is.
pick a name from the thing to like call it, or like I only really listen to like 2 podcasts, so I'm just gonna base it off congratulations because that's what he does.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that name too. You got to use it for something.
Aaron needs to get a camera, and then we can call this episode the West Side Connection and play Nate Dogg when it comes on.
Mm.
Dude,
There's
I'm
Yeah,
down
it's
with
pretty.
that.
It's pretty funny. Those cameras are like $5, and I don't have one. But I've never needed to use it till now, so now I know.
I mean,
Why
you
is
could
it
like
still-
you
yeah.
could like do it on your phone and then just use like your computer for the sound if you wanted to. But then it would like add another little box with your face. But that's okay, dude. We'd like to see you.
Dude, you don't want to see me eating broccoli, dude. I'm fucking going in.
I mean, I
wanna
just ate a
smell
full
you eating
artichoke.
broccoli.
Jason ate a full artichoke on this.
Yeah, it was a hefty one too.
Didn't even
I'm, like,
touch the
just-
tongue.
I'm just like full of artichoke.
Full choke.
Yeah,
Dude, weird naked joke.
Sounds inappropriate.
yeah.
Dude, you can't spell artichoke without art.
Without already choked me or something.
Whoa, dude. I don't know how you got there, but that's interesting.
I was just headed to the same destination you were.
I'm
You know what,
moist.
dude? Aaron's moist, okay? Keep this talk going. I'm gonna go grab another bruchacho.
All right.
Okay.
Timeout.
Well, that means I should probably refreshment time.
Is everybody timing out then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cut here, I guess.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah, everyone's like time out all at once. I was like, cut here.
Like, hey man, help me out, dude.
Like, don't run away from your feelings.
Yeah, don't run away from anything.
Dude, I skated a little bit today for about an hour, and I'm pretty sure I found every rock at the skate park, and I hit it, and I shoulder checked the cement about 5 times.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, and then I went home. I rage quit. Man, nice flex.
Nice.
Solid flex. Here, hold that back up. Hold that back up. I need a picture of that. That's solid.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
That's it, man.
We got it, boys.
Yeah, Shami and I fight over that all the time because it's the biggest mug we have. It's actually the biggest cup we have.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess you could say we fight over the clout often.
It was a one-size-fits-all, you know?
For anyone listening to this, it's a mug that says clout on it that Aaron gave me right before we went to Japan. And that's how I knew that we were going to not be friends.
Yeah, why did I see that and just go, yeah, Palmer? I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's not a good sign for me, though.
I mean it in the nicest way.
Here you go, you fucking clout chaser.
Hey, man, that looks real good on camera, though.
Yeah, I keep it on my desk now so I can, like, do it in meetings, like, low-key. They're like, yeah, what do you think, Palmer? I'm just like...
You're like, I think I need a raise. And you raise
yeah.
your glass, like,
and then they're like, well, why? And I'm like... I don't know. Do I really need to explain? Sir? I put in at least 20 hours a week.
Hey, dude, same.
Yeah, dude. So you painted your car, huh?
Yeah, man. I every time I paint a car, I realize like why I don't paint a lot of cars.
That's what
like,
Julian said last time. He painted Sam's car. Sam asked him to like paint his car, and Julian's like, "Dude, I don't charge enough to do this. This is a lot of work." He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so, dude, it's pretty rough. Like, I don't know. Most people that like hit me up to paint their cars like don't realize what goes into it, you know. So they're like, "Oh man, you want $1,200? Like, holy crap, no way!" You know. And I'm like, "Well, that's pretty good." I was like, "Go somewhere else," you know. I don't mind.
Yeah,
it'd be butthurt.
I got my car painted at Mako, so I don't know.
Hey, like, I mean, Dan's had his share of Mako paint jobs. I mean, it's like hit and miss, but
yeah, it came out pretty good. There's like a decent one that's like kind of close to me, so and the guy's cool and he's like down for the cause. But like Julian's painted most of my bumpers since I got the full paint. So you went candy. You went full candy, dude.
Guess how many coats of paint I sprayed yesterday in my neighborhood?
69.
Close, man, like 20. But yeah, it's more like 69 really when you get down to the brass tacks of it all, like the whole car,
dude,
roof and all.
That's nuts, man. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and the roof was done because I think you guys saw the roof. Like the roof to the B pillar was done. A pillar, B pillar, roof was all already done, right?
So you just imported the Sylvia, went out, drifted it like as is, did a bunch of stuff to it, painted it hella sick, and then now that's it, man. So now everyone I talk to has an SRS chassis at this point, pretty much.
Well, yeah, everyone in this podcast right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I came from 11 years of Jay-Z stuff, so I mean, it was just time to move on and have a change. What do you
think like the main difference between the Jay-Z and the SR is? Like,
I guess
like car feel wise,
2 less cylinders.
For me, it's definitely like power band and weight. And my biggest thing was weight. I wanted like a little bit less weight out front because I don't know. I did everything I could to get that car to snap as hard as I wanted to get snap as hard as I wanted it to and get more aggressive. But it was like at some point I was like, man, there's like 3 cylinders in front of the towers in an S chassis, you know, and it's just.
You still have your hatch too, or don't you?
No, I sold the turnkey swap. I hate saying that, but I literally did like turnkey, like driveline, wiring,
ECU, everything.
ECU R82.
You still have the chassis though.
No, I sold that too.
Oh, you sold that too. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the kid already put a KA in it and got it running.
Cool. Sick.
Yeah. But
you guys have all had S chassis for a long ass time, huh?
10
Yeah.
years,
Yep.
11
Alright.
years, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna head out then.
I mean, you had one a long ass time ago.
Did yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
My SR was like super reliable until I like put a bunch of turbo stuff on it and then didn't know what how to set up a wastegate properly, and then did a whole lot of boost on stock ECU, and then got a little knock action. That was cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, dang, my car is sick with this new turbo manifold setup. And then I looked down at my boost gauge and it was like 20 psi, and then it
like,
started knocking. And I was
Knock
like,
knock. Who's there?
oh, cool. Want to hear a knock knock joke?
I do.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Wait, no, knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Oh fuck, no, you're supposed to say knock knock actually.
Knock knock. Who's there? Knock knock. That's the joke.
I
Yikes.
never knocked on nobody.
All right, knock knock.
Who's there?
The most played out car joke of all time.
All right. Yeah, I'm a cruise.
Yeah, it's a
You
legit
just chill.
cruise.
You
Yeah.
just chill there.
Yeah, his name's gonna go from AA Ron to AA Gone.
Yo. Yeah.
Dude,
That was a solid dad joke.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
Jason ripped like a couple of good jokes on the like little practice one that I did with him, and like Francesca was like in the room, and I was like, how is she not pregnant after that one? And she's like, it's amazing I've resisted all this time, huh? And I was like, that was pretty good clapback, Francesca. Nice, dude.
Clap back.
Fucking clap back.
I like how I keep going blurry real quick. That's sick.
All right, I'm gonna call you out, Palmer, since we're recording this. I watched your other thing. You know how you're saying you like despise people that say send it all the time?
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot stand when people say clap back. It's like my it's like my number one. I fucking hate it. I don't know why.
All right, dude. Well,
It's
fuck
like
you,
so you know how you guys were like talking about like you'll never believe what happened next.
Yeah.
Like that's like my number one hated thing online, when it's like she said like, oh, wait till she claps back. It's like, oh my god, I want to leave this planet. I want to move to Mars.
You know what's like two of them for me is like, yo, that shit eats.
Oh yeah.
Like when dudes are talking about
What?
cars,
And they're talking about
like-
let it eat.
dude,
Oh.
she eats.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
bothers me too.
I've never even heard that. That's how
Oh,
cool
dude,
we are
that-
on the internet and how not I am.
Oh my fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
They just say like, oh, drop the clutch and let it eat.
Dude, that and oh dude, did you hear that beat? That just slaps.
Hey, don't you dare
Yeah.
talk about slaps, dude. That's a Bay Area thing. You
Hey.
Pacific Northwest dorks don't know nothing about slaps, all right?
That one,
said
that
slaps
one's okay.
before.
It's just funny as fuck to me.
Dude.
Are we not supposed to be allowed to say that? I remember saying that in like high school.
Yeah, dude. Bay slaps? Come
This
on,
shit
man.
slaps.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Andre Hicks would be very disappointed right now.
Yeah, saying like let it eat though, that also bothers me. That's like the equivalent to like girls not liking moist. Like I feel like eating should be like
I
you're
mean-
eating food and like that's the only time you ever say that word. Otherwise it's just strange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, dude, honestly, it's like one of those things like you say it ironically and then you end up just saying it. It's like yeet.
that happened to me with like
You know what I mean?
That happened to me with
Right.
Send It for a little bit. It was rough. Like I'd like say it as a joke, and then I was like starting to say it, and then
Yeah.
I realized that I was becoming everything that I hated.
Yep.
And I started listening to a lot of Papa Roach, and I had to make some decisions, and I'm still here, but it was tough.
You're a survivor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up.
you switch to something new there?
Yeah,
What you got?
it's called a Knuckin' Futz, dude.
Dang.
I don't know. Show me just pick some stuff at the store. I was like, oh, 8% sick. Let's go.
Big numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take
Get
this
that.
podcast off the rails, man. That would have been a bad name, Off the Rails. I'm sure that's taken. Dude,
Probably.
everything is taken. Guess what happens when you Google Goodest?
Is there a Goodest podcast already?
It's taken.
No, man. You Google Goodest and it's like, is that a different language? Like, we have
Did
no
you mean
results at all.
greater?
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sick,
Perfect
dude.
name.
I figured out the only thing on the internet that hasn't been called something before.
That's like the perfect name. You can take it and no one else will have it.
No
Yeah.
one will be upset, or no one will find it.
Well,
Either way.
they just Google it, and it is literally the only thing that pops up.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like people searching for a new podcast to watch can't scroll past the Goodest podcast and be like, nah. Like,
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
true.
watch it.
Especially if they have our sense of humor.
Dude,
Yeah.
you own Google, dude.
Yeah. True.
No.
They're gonna be like, this guy's a natural influencer. I have to follow his footsteps.
Just gonna be like a picture of me, like
Yeah.
my mouth open.
That'd also be a good title to a show, like Natural Born Influencer.
Yeah, dude, it's like Natural Born Killers, but like better.
But like more you.
Dude, I came here to influence, and influence I am.
You could do a whole episode
I
on
put
how
Jason to sleep with that one.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's way past
Dude,
Jason's bedtime.
Do you know it's like 10 o'clock right now?
Yeah,
on-
Jason, you go to
isn't
sleep.
it Saturday?
Huh?
Jason goes to sleep at like
9:53 on Saturday night.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I've got like so much schoolwork to do right now.
hey, dude. Happy that you decided to waste all this time with us.
Yep. So that just means I actually have to wake up like early so I can get started and do it all day tomorrow. So.
Early for you is like 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why you're? Yeah, okay. 9, 4. That's like 7 hours.
Yeah. See? My body's on the right cycle. It's just not, in sync with most other people's.
Yeah, Jason wakes up before he goes to sleep.
Yep. Gotta wake up before you go to sleep.
Hey, more power to you,
before
man.
everyone else.
Yeah.
I work out, I go to sleep, then I wake up again.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it, man. I mean, that's the key to like a reliable SR. You have to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
The Mark
Because-
Wahlberg plan.
Because maintenance does not sleep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. I didn't ask anyone if they have any questions for you, but I guarantee you the question that everyone would ask is, why is your SR so reliable?
Is that like, I mean, you asked me that in like one of our videos and stuff too, and I feel like you jinxed me for that final bout because you asked
Oh, dude, I did. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, we're not going to answer that. We're going to ask that question. Why was your SR so unreliable at final?
because one little wire to my coolant temp sensor.
Why are you doing this to me?
It was like the tiniest little bit of rubbing metal on copper.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that's what it was, I had to I just had to drive, like 5,000 miles round trip to figure it out.
A gallery?
Yep. Yep.
That was a bad event for everyone pitted even near us.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that event was kind of plagued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I owe it to you, Palmer, for looking into the sacred texts of Zilvia and reviving my car by installing a KA MAF.
Yeah, dude. And like some random dude's like, I got an iPad with the internet. And I was like, all right, sick. He's like, just don't look up any porn because it's my work one. And I was like,
Did he say that?
yeah. I was like, no promises, man.
Not here, not now.
I was like,
I will say I have found more parts in the pits at US Air like than anywhere else. Anytime I need something there, it's like I think
Yeah.
like the first year I was there, no, first or second time I went, I like, you know, the coupler coming off a turbo, like if it's a 90, it always pops because
Yep.
it's just like a bad, stupid to do that. So mine did that, and it was like some really specific like 2.5 inch 90 to 2 1/4 inch or something like that, you know what I mean? And yeah, Lee was like, "Oh, I think I have a brand new one in the bottom of my toolbox," and he fucking did. Like, there's always like somebody always has something there.
Yep.
I was walking around trying to find parts for Jason's car, and like I was like, "Hey, I need a MAF," and I was like holding up a throttle position sensor, and like one of the front streets dudes like, "That's a TPS," and I was like, "Yeah, can I get that?" He's like, "Nah," and then I didn't say it wrong after that.
Oh yeah, it was the TPS wiring too. Like that wire was broken inside.
We fixed that. You had like
Yeah.
6 problems, and we fixed
Yeah,
like
and they all
we
just,
fixed
like-
one of them.
It's like my car sneezed and like all the wires broke in the harness.
Yeah, and then you fixed them all, and it was cool.
Interesting analogy.
After we got home.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. No, it's good. Car's been good.
I mean, yeah, dude, drifting sucks sometimes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I went to Final Bout and like unveiled my car and then blew off every single bumper and side skirt on the live stream. And then literally everyone I've talked to since was like, "Oh, I saw you fuck your car on the live stream." And I'm like, "Yeah,
You're like,
man.
thanks, man.
Yeah, I ran out of gear going downhill, and then I understeered." But,
I mean,
you
you're
know.
just like getting the nicks out of the way. That way you don't care about wrecking the car.
Dude, I had
None of
like
the
no
quality stuff.
time. I like didn't have time. I like bought tires and they like didn't show up, and I was like, "All right, well, we're gonna see this one through."
Yeah.
But you know what?
You did it. You did it big.
Can't win them all.
You made it to the only drift event of the year.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if this lockdown wasn't happening, like Dan would have been so late to Final Bout.
Oh yeah, this has been like a blessing in disguise for me because Final Bout Northwest was supposed to be like fucking like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and my car's still in jack stands in the garage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think because of that, a lot of people have taken more time, but you've been waiting for your arrow, you know? You've been actually
so I
waiting
have-
for parts, you know?
Actually, yeah, I don't know if it even has to do with the coronavirus or not. I think it's just an excuse, but I've been waiting on a new body kit too. That's kind of why it's still just sitting around. Like it runs and drives and stuff. I've been dicking with the suspension and all, but I'm waiting on a new body kit that I ordered December 4th. It's the end of April now.
Oh, okay. I remember you messaging me about it. Yep.
Yeah, I think I talked to you about that a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some secrets underway then, huh?
Yeah.
It's gonna show up and show out.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
man. I saw some parts for sale, so that makes me
Yeah,
know
I've just
you're,
playing like random little stuff. I did like finally install the B knuckles that I got from Julian like I think a year ago at least.
sick.
Oh wow.
With
That'll-
S14 arms and stuff. So hopefully it's gonna act more like an S chassis now.
That'll do some Tupac changes for sure.
Solid.
Dude, the free like 318 vert that we got, like all I do is listen to Pac in it because I feel like it's such a Pac mobile
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
because it was like built the year that he died.
So that's
Is the 318, is that
4-cylinder.
It's
Yeah.
a 1.9 liter 4-cylinder twin cam.
Trash BMW motor.
and it's not the one that's the short stubby ass, is that the TI?
Yeah, that's the TI.
That's
And then there's the TIP, which is, you know,
Yeah.
that's the
Which is
trap
two
version.
which is two different things.
Tupac died in a BM. Well, not died, but got shot in one. I think like a 740i.
it was a 7 series.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, on fucking 20s in the 90s. You know how much those wheels cost back then?
Dude, that whole car sold to somebody. I think it was like
How do I say that properly? Are those wires? Is he on those?
Oh, yeah, dude. It
They're
was
not
on,
blades. Are they wires?
yeah, they're like 20-inch wires.
You don't roll, you chop.
True.
Chop blades, but what do you do with wires when they're
Slice
20s?
Slice wires.
Fillation.
I mean, you just, I don't know. So you ride spinners, you chop blades. What do you wires?
You like
Is this?
You sit on
you
wires.
just sit on wire? That's what I was just gonna say.
you sit on wires?
Sitting
sit
on
on
wires.
wires. Yeah.
I feel like that's referencing smaller ones, like where you're like you have hydraulics and you're like three-wheeling or something.
Yeah.
Like he had like 20s, like at least.
I mean,
So he's chilling on wires.
Chilling on wires, I like that.
yeah.
Just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
On
Just,
wires.
Somebody was.
I'm not qualified. to say
driving
what it is, but-
driving by, some would say.
Perched on wires. Because like
that's the winner.
it's kind of like birds, but also like cool 20s.
You could call it like cutting wires when you're like rolling on them, you know?
Ooh, yeah, like that.
So,
Yeah, see, like I'm pretty
Splicing
sure.
on wires.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
watering wires.
Dude, I'm splicing on wires, son.
Like when it starts having like tons of electrical issues.
shorting on wires.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I have gauges to wire, and I'm not excited. I don't know why, but it's like my least favorite thing to wire.
Hey, dude, call me.
Hey, dude, come through.
Yeah, all right.
There's time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just drive up there like 14 hours to come wire in like 2 wires.
I mean, and also could like chill. I mean, I'm Rona free.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's
I'm
time.
down.
I mean, Jason was talking about coming up for like a private or something, but I don't know what's going on now. But
Yeah, we should do
Well,
that,
yeah.
man.
That's
I'm
not happening
down.
for a little bit. Well,
Yeah.
at least until my school's done.
fair enough.
I'm a few weeks out.
Jason's,
You need to have a jam session when all this is dead.
Yeah.
yeah, or all of us are dead.
All my friends are dead.
They all got corona in their head. Oh, dude,
And that'd be a dark title to this.
I need to never do that ever again. It's fine.
You did Corona once?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought it on the black market, and then I railed some coronavirus, some COVID-19. I think they call it on the street.
Chased it with bleach.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just Lysol wipes.
Like acid.
Yeah. Lysol wipe tabs.
Like Listerine strips.
Yeah.
I heard you if you do it like an enema with the bleach instead of just drink it, it like kills it quicker.
Okay,
Yeah.
that dude, we have to talk about this. So Travis from Canada, I had an argument with him for about half an hour on the way down to the last Matsuri, Super D, about bleaching your asshole because he thought it was to remove hair. I was like, no, my friend, you listen to
Change
me.
the color.
Yeah.
I was like, no, dude, it's to whiten your ass, your fucking asshole between your ass cheeks. It whitens it, It doesn't remove
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
We argued for like half an hour. He's like,
Yeah,
no,
dude.
man, it's to remove hair. And I was like, why do you think porn stars do it? To remove hair? Like, no, you shave for that, or wax.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'm like the most pointless argument I've ever had for like 30 minutes ever.
I know you sound like it affected you long term.
Yeah, I'm still salty, dude.
Well, yeah,
It's
because
like, how do you not know?
You'll never get that time back,
Yeah, I know. And then the time spent talking about it after is
Yeah.
even worse.
And then you have to like bring it up every once in a while and stuff, and it just like kind of salt in the wound.
Ferments.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you should just not talk to him ever again.
Yeah, I mean that would probably solve it.
Did it make you self-conscious about you bleaching your own asshole and continuing to do that?
No, dude, I don't care, dude. Like I'll bleach, and I'm not gonna hide it. You know.
I mean,
Well, if
you
I'm
know,
going, I mean, I haven't, but if I'm going to, like, I'm gonna,
Show the world.
yeah.
dude, I have like a close friend who, for like, I forgot what happened, but we were like, it wasn't like a bet he lost or anything. He just decided he wanted to get a Brazilian wax, like everything. Like,
Yeah.
and we were like, you know, some of like our friends that were girls were like calling around. We were like young. I think we were like 22 or something, maybe younger, like maybe even like 20. Like, he was like calling around to all these places and like, no dicks, like no, no guys. Like, and he finally found somewhere, and he like went and did it, and he was like, dude, I'm never doing that again. Like, it was the worst thing he's ever decided to do in his life.
Could you imagine,
Yeah.
dude?
And he brought all of our friends in the room with him to do it. Yeah.
So this is like 40-year-old version, but on your gooch and ass.
Yeah.
I'm clocking out for tonight.
Yeah, is it past your
Also,
bedtime? We should have
it's
started
like-
at like 2 p.m.
It
so
is
we-
like, well, I mean, yeah, it would have been in Santa Rosa still, but
The last thing I said was
Anyway.
gooch and ass, and Jason's like, I'm out.
He's like, yeah, it's bedtime.
Like,
I'm
dude,
you know, I gotta
Right.
leave on the high note.
Yeah.
You know?
like, should we like talk about SRs or something? Is that gonna keep you around?
No, I like actually need to just sleep and wake up early and start beating my
time?
head into a wall.
What time did you wake up today, Jason?
What time did I wake up today?
Yeah.
Oh man, like a whopping 6:30
Dang. On a Saturday?
Saturday
You-
morning.
It's like when I went to sleep.
Yeah,
I mean, hey man, early
Told
bird
you,
gets
man.
the worm, you know?
yeah. You know, love me a good old worm in the morning.
You can just imagine like Jason doing the worm every morning, like across his like bedroom floor.
Yeah, that's how you
Just
like,
warm up.
That's how you stretch the body.
Squiggly.
Yeah.
I'd-
Why is that weird?
That's a good point, man. It's not. It's not weird at all.
Vids or get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'll leave with the bye. Oh, I didn't click it. Oh,
So smooth. No.
Dude,
That was bad.
legend.
That was
We
good.
can edit. He's like, you're gonna edit that, right?
Like, I can't edit it.
Dude, you gotta learn how to do all the legit edits where we like reference something and then like a picture pops up for the viewer, you know?
Yeah,
Dude, fuck
don't know.
that.
it's a lot of work.
I don't really watch podcasts. Like the one I watched you guys earlier, that's really the first time I've watched a podcast.
Yeah, I think like this, I'm really doing it like for the sound, and then I'm gonna put it up on like the podcast stuff. But then I'm gonna put the video one on YouTube for the people, because like Julian watches podcasts on YouTube, but I always listen to them when I'm like driving or whatever.
Yeah,
He
I'll
didn't
watch
want you. Yeah, he's not wanting to get on the camera, huh? You said.
No, he's gonna do it.
Oh,
You
cool.
watched,
Yeah,
You watched like the little practice one I did with Jason. He's like, I'll do it. But
yeah. You should have got on.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I did talk to. I think I did talk to Jason one time about the new body kit I'm getting. I figure I'll just tell you since only I don't know how many people will watch this, and then hopefully it's supposed to come at the end of this month. It's the 28th, and I don't see shit. I've been waiting like 5 months now. I ordered a Euros Type GT body kit
Oh wow.
with like all the add-ons and stuff, and then I'm gonna have my a buddy of mine paint it candy gold.
That's gonna be nuts. Dude, you better show up with like a fake bald head and a naked cat.
Dude, I honestly I will. That's such a good idea. I'm always looking for a new haircut every like big drift event. Maybe
Dude,
I'll
you
just
show
shave
up
my
to
head this
every
time.
drift event with like a very, very different haircut every time.
Yeah,
and
what's
then-
that about?
Watching all like old drift stuff, like early like D1 stuff and old option videos, like you see like Haraguchi and Daigo and these guys, and they all have like ridiculous hair, and they like, bleach it, and they like try. It's funny because they like try and look like American, and then I think they look sick, and so I try and look like them, and so it's like this like backwards stupid thing.
So it's kind of like our cars.
Yeah,
was gonna say,
it's
it's
also
kinda
just
like
like fun
Arco.
because these events are so. I mean, after I go to one of these events, like I'm in debt for like months, and
You might as
have
well
a
have some.
bunch of shit to pay for and fix and replace and this and that. And so it's fun to just like do a hairstyle when I go, just to like be like, I'm on vacation. I kind of am having, I forgot how much money I'm spending right now.
Yeah, dude. I remember like one time you had like a full on like handlebar mustache, and then like the next time you had like some crazy like mullet, and then the next time you had some like super like craziness hair. I like it, man. I mean,
Thank you. I
So
haven't done
basically,
I would do a mullet. That'd be fun.
basically every drift event for you, like major drift event for you, is a crisis.
Yes. I've had like 6 midlife crises.
Or like quarter life or
like breakups
half
or
life.
whatever you want to call it, where you like, cut your hair and
I'm gonna change my hair and I'm gonna do something different with
pierce
my life.
my eyebrows. I don't know.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Those your eyebrows? Those your eyebrow rings? Both of them?
Dude, that's cool. You should do that.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Shave my head and just show up like gold member.
That'd be sick.
I would do it.
Yikes.
And just tell
Dude.
everyone you're from Holland.
Yeah, that's weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, dude. I'm into it.
What a showman, dude.
Dude, Mike Myers.
Dude, I
Fun.
don't know, man. Those like
Legend.
Austin Powers was great, right? But like I feel like it's not holding up well. Like I went back and watched it and I was like, oh man, these
Which one did you watch though? The first one was like really good, and then they got kind of shitty, honestly.
Yeah, it does get a little bit cornier as they go on.
Yeah, they're like the whole like fat bastard thing, and then he's like, flying through the air, and like you're like, all right, cool, man, I get it. Like, I don't know. I think that was like,
it's like
Chappelle
like you remember-
Chappelle Show didn't make it 3 seasons. Like they shouldn't have made 3 Austin Powers movies. That's unpopular opinion, but like we're here.
I mean, like you remember things different as a kid.
Yeah. You're
And then
like-
you watch it and you're like, oh, okay. You're like K dot,
Yeah, I saw Gold Member as like in theaters when I was like 12, I don't know. And it was hilarious. Now I'm watching, I'm like, okay, it's it's like a memory thing for me. It's still kind of funny, but if I was watching it brand new, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty corny. But the first one is like, it's still really funny, and the second one's not bad either.
But as far as like Mike Myers goes, like Wayne's World definitely held up for me.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
for sure.
Don't even
Dude, kicks rocks.
Fucking not even the same. They're both movies, but that ain't in the same category.
Dude, Wayne's World is legendary.
I mean, it's the same actor, so. But yeah, different category. But we'll say that held up really well.
But like that's one of those things where like I watch that and then I know that I'm probably the age that Mike Myers was when he made Wayne's World, and then I'm like, well, fuck, dude. I'm never gonna be better than I am now, and I'm just doing trash. So like the future doesn't have much, gold. Like I'm gonna make Gold Member, but like even worse because I'm bad than that.
Dude, even better, making a podcast.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what? Shoot for the moon. Because if you miss, you'll always land among the stars.
God,
Oh,
dude, that was so fucking wholesome, dude.
I mean, are
Should it
we
be
supposed
tingly?
to? Yeah. Do I end it now? That might be the end of all of the
I don't know.
podcasts I ever do. Like, I don't think.
it's like motivational, like shoot for the stars, and then like you never do another podcast again.
Shoot for the stars, because if you miss, you might hit the moon and die.
That's good too.
Yeah, it's like a little less inspirational, I think. But like we're not here to inspire anyone.
Dude, I need to get my fucking car on my background behind me with a video of me.
You need
Look
to
at
get
you, dude.
face
Look
on
at
here.
shit, dude.
You don't have a background at all. You don't have you. How are we supposed to get you a background and nothing?
No, I'm just saying I need to. That's
Dude,
cool.
turn on your camera, dude.
No, man, you
Bare
don't.
face. Are you
We're-
catfishing us?
Don't worry, we're not
Yeah.
Chris Hansen.
It's not actually me. You're like, have a seat. Right over
Take a seat right over here.
Chris.
Dude, there's this website where you
Was
can
that you? Oh, no, what?
you can pay like C-list celebrities to like give you a shout out, or like you can like pay C-list celebrities to give a shout out to somebody else, and it's like $50 or something, and they have Chris Hansen on there, so you can be like, and I like look through all his like demo ones, and it's like, hey John Snow or whatever, you know, whoever the fuck person's name is. Hey John Snow, have a seat right here. And like he'll like do that for you for $50.
That's not bad. It's kind of worth it.
Yo, dude, you should have him do that for you, but it's your intro to your podcast.
I was literally gonna say the same thing.
Get out of me.
Get out of my head.
Do it though.
They have like, dude, they have like Bam Margera, but he's like literally like walking out of Costco, like pushing the cart to his car, and you can like hear the cart in the background. He's like, hey Jim, just want to wish you a happy birthday. And then like you go to the next one that he did, and it's like him still pushing the shopping cart, like, hey Doug, I just want to wish you a happy birthday, rock and roll. And you're like, and he's like, you know, he looks like Bam Margera now. I don't know if you've seen him, but it's sad.
Yeah, dude, I definitely like stayed up later than my parents told me to like watch Jackass episodes, like when they're rerunning on TV, like before school and stuff. I would stay up all night and like watch those.
Dude, me and my friends tried to make videos like that, and it was just so cringy all the time.
Yeah, I tried to recreate the one.
Do that.
I tried to recreate the one where I think it was it Bam or Deco? He like goes in and tries to buy one roller skate because he only has one leg. And the one leg is clearly tucked in his fucking pants behind him. So he's like, do I get like half off because I'm buying one skate? So I tried to do that. Like I tried to have one skate and fucking one leg, and I fell into a ditch. And I heard my mom calling for me down the street. And I had to fucking army crawl home because I couldn't get up. And all my friends just bailed on me, I guess, because they were like scared of my mom. Dude, when I got home, she had to fucking she just bought me those jeans too, and she had to cut me out of them because I was so stuck. Yeah, I was grounded for like fucking like a week or two. That's a true story. I army crawled in a ditch with my leg tucked behind me like I had one leg with a roller skate. Army crawled fucking like a block down the street, cut me out of my pants, and I got grounded.
Did they film it, or did you just do it because it was on?
Yeah, I just did it. It was like 97, dude. I didn't have a camera.
You're like,
it would have been a camcorder.
They're like, all right, this could be funny as fuck. Just do it.
This could be funny. No one will ever know what happened because it's not on video. It's gonna be sick. And then fucking dude, yeah, it was bad.
That was like, I don't know. People like talk trash on millennials, like we're not hard or whatever. But like, dude, growing up during the Jackass era, like we did some wild stuff.
Oh, dude, I fully like tried to do that shit, like jump off of trucks and into bushes and stuff, and I like set up ramps into bushes and jump into bushes,
jousting and everything, dude. We did all of it.
Yeah, I did that too, and I realized quickly like how fucked up you can get from the shopping cart stuff, because like you don't realize when it pops up when you hit a curb, like it swings up and it'll hit you in the face.
Yeah.
I found out the hard way.
Yeah, dude. Is that why you're so good at drifting? Is because you have like frontal lobe damage from Jackass
hit the head from a shopping cart?
Yeah, that, and nothing really scares you after you like
after you survive near-death experiences from shopping carts.
When you bomb hills and shopping carts and hit curbs and go flying, like nothing really scares you in a car, you know?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good times though.
Done some dumb shit.
I'm happy we're like the Jackass generation.
Dude, yeah, I still climb trees. You know, like I used to climb trees and like transfer to other trees at the top of those trees. It was so dangerous. Now that I think about it.
Damn, man, you're kind of nuts.
Dude, one time we were climbing trees, and my buddy climbed to the very top and like took a shit from the top. And you could just see the little turd like splat, and I was just laughing. And I remember my mom looks out the window, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
How old were you?
Oh, dude, I was probably like 10, you know? Like that is that age you like know what you're doing, but it's like too funny, you know?
You can't even see your face on this podcast, and people are gonna comment and be like, "White people."
I mean, dude.
I mean, bringing up Bam Margera brought up some like dumbass memories.
Those were the goodest of times, you know.
They were.
Dude.
They were. Just
they
like
were
this
the
podcast.
goodest.
Yeah, we're just like reliving our youth, but like on the internet for other people to pick apart.
For those who care.
Yeah, or
There's another name for a title
for those who care.
for an episode. Yeah.
Oh, like that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Dude, you could. That's the thing. Like all the titles that failed that you didn't want to use, you could use those in like titles of episodes.
In the future.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Yes, I should like. Yeah.
I think you could, But yeah, then again, I think you should name it after whatever happens.
I could, but they're all pretty bad.
That's all right.
I mean, let's do it, dude. Who cares? No one's gonna see this anyway. So.
Where do you put a
Who's
podcast
judging?
on? Is it YouTube or is there like a website that podcasts are typically?
So you put it on
Streaming.
YouTube, and then the audio version you have to host like
Mhm.
on like a web service, and then it hooks up to the RSS feeds, and it like goes out to like all the different podcast networks. So like.
So the video of it is on YouTube, and then you have audio to like here, there kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's like one for Google, there's one for Apple, and then there's like Spotify, and then there's like a bunch of other smaller ones. So
And
they
it's kind of
distribute
just through Google then, through YouTube.
You have to no, the video one's like totally separate.
Oh, okay.
So like YouTube's just gonna be like a video. Like it's just gonna be like an episode of us doing nothing.
Sitting here not talking about drifting at all.
Yeah,
Dude,
I got
that's
a random
fine.
question for you guys.
Sure.
What's the dumbest thing that you've ever gotten the cops called on you for?
Hmm.
I got a good one. You wanna go first, Danny? I got one now, like on deck.
I have one, but I'm just trying to think if there's like a better one that I'm forgetting. So I'm gonna think about it for like 2 seconds.
I'm gonna tell my story because it's actually pretty funny.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, me and my friends, one of them who's no longer with us, thanks to heroin, great, good times. We were like hanging out in my backyard. This is definitely like Jackass Kids era, like trying to be funny. We're peeing in Ziploc bags and throwing them at cars that were passing by.
Oh no.
And like one of them, dude, we were like, I think we were like 12 or 13. We were like young, bad people. Lob one, and it lands in this dude's sunroof.
Oh.
And just like splatters him.
Dude just showered someone.
Yeah, you could call it a golden shower.
If somebody told me that story in a bar, I wouldn't believe them. If they're like,
Dude.
"You'll never believe it. I was driving down I-5, fucking bag of piss hit me in the face." No, it didn't. You're an asshole.
It was just like in some suburban neighborhood, and the guy was like cruising. It was like a C-class Mercedes. It was definitely a lease. And he was just feeling like the man, and then just got like pee-bagged to the face. Like
Oh man.
it was like, when you're older, you're like, if that happened to me, I'd lose my shit. But I would probably like laugh super hard because it's like they're like 12 years old, and be like, damn, those kids got some crazy, like, those are some crazy kids. This guy threw it in park while the car was moving, and just like the rear just like locked up. He like jumps the back fence and like runs like over the bank fence and like goes into my house. And me and my friend grabbed like kitchen knives and we're like hiding.
Oh my god.
Dead
He
afraid of
went
this
in
dude.
your house?
Yeah, dude, because like the back door was open, and he's like, "You fucking kids, like you've lost your goddamn minds." Like he's like all soaked. Just like,
Oh my god.
it was like way scarier than it was funny at the time. My friends and I were like real troublemakers. Like that was like definitely not the only story I have like that. But like this dude's like we're like holding kitchen knives, like dead scared, like 12 years old, and this guy's like screaming at us, like, "You crazy!"
I can't believe
Like,
I can't
calling
believe
the
you
fucking
actually ran
cops.
into your house.
So he bounces, he like jumps the fence, gets in his car, and he like calls the cops, and the cops go to my house, and I was like, that guy like jumped our fence and was like in my kitchen, like screaming at us, and he's like, no, no, you can't like throw pee at people, like, and, like I mean, dude, I
Like,
feel like
that's a law, really?
but like when they came, like me and my friends left, but they were like talking to my mom, and my mom was so mad. Like I don't think I've ever seen her that mad before. Like imagine having to like explain, like having to like try and calm down like a police officer that's there because your kid hit someone with a fucking bag of piss.
That was a
Yeah,
good one. That was good.
That was awkward. But like, yeah, I definitely like didn't come home for like 6 hours. I just like stayed at my friend's house. I was so scared.
Just got lost.
Yeah, my mom
I
was
have
like
similar
blowing up
stories,
my
but
Nokia brick,
none
dude.
with I had nothing with bags of piss.
I'm pretty sure I had Akon locked up as my like ringtone on my Nokia brick phone because I got it for
Oh,
free.
good.
Just dating the era.
That's good. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have any stories involving bags of piss. Me and my friends did shit like that, but I don't know. I never got the cops called on me. If anything, maybe they did when I wasn't there or something. But I think the only story, yeah, I'll tell a different one because the only good story of me getting the cops calling me when I was like still in high school, like doing dumb kid shit, just like just car barring out front of like a friend's house or something in a car at like fucking 16, like just killing them an 18 pack of beer or something. We got the cops called on us, and
Mike's hard.
we're just like pretending like it wasn't there, and yeah, that's not a great story, but I would say like after a few years after high school, we were like out drifting. We went to like Tacoma area, the port, and there's this good spot to drift down there, but we had never been there, and our buddy like had took us there. Like we followed him. He's like, oh, you got to come out, we'll go to this spot. And we get there, and it's like straight like Fast and Furious. Like there's like 10-15 cars parked under this like overpass, and it's everyone's like out just chilling, and there's like 3 or 4 people drifting at a time. I'm like, this is cool.
There's like girls in mini skirts and like
yeah, pretty
like,
no, like honestly,
telling
like,
people when to go.
well, no, not like that, but like, yeah, people were like hanging out in the park. It was like pretty laid back. And so I like saw a group going, it's like this loop, you go up and around and over, whatever, and then back. So I like followed them to like see what they would do, and then where they would turn around and come back. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll try it out. And I'm like about to go, and I look like over to my side, and to get to this spot that's like under this bridge that like as you loop around it like connects to said bridge, you have to come like down and over and back up to like get there. So the down part, like I looked over, I saw like a cop coming, like not good. I just got here.
Yeah.
There's like people that were like street racing or whatever, and but I'm like about to go, so I just like tell my buddies like, hey, I think I see a cop, and I take off. And I figure I would just like drive away. We had just got there, and those guys that had been there all night would get in trouble. But it was like turning the light on with cockroaches in the room, and like I look behind me, and as I'm like going through this like just a couple turns these guys were doing, like I'm just leaving now. There's like 15 drift cars all following me, and then there's like a cop behind him. And so like I make it around, and I'm like going over the bridge. I look in my rearview mirror, and there's just like a line of drift cars behind me. I don't know any of these people, and then there's a cop like coming up the side just to me in the front. And so like me and my buddies get pulled over, and
Dude, he was coming to get the boss man himself,
yeah, dude, I'm the crime organizer. Gotta pull me over. So he like pulls us over, and public service announcement to all y'all. You were having a photo shoot. That's what you always say. So that's what I said, and that's what like my buddy said. It's not like we like texted each other and we're like, hey, like that's just what we always would say. And like, yeah, we were out here to like take some pictures, and these guys were racing, and we left. And that's really what happened, because like I didn't do anything wrong. And the whole time they're like having other, because it's not like staters or local cops, it's like port police. It's a little different. So like all these guys are showing up, and the whole time you like see like a Miata like go from that alley to that alley, and like a little like like these guys are all leaving and stuff. And yeah, they just like scolded us though, and like, yeah, don't come back or we'll tow your cars and stuff. And it was a whole ordeal. But That's probably like my most exciting story. I don't really have any crazy other cop stories.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Smart
man.
thinking, though.
Staying
Good
out of
advice.
trouble.
Yeah.
That's good. I actually have a lot of stories going on me and my friends when we were younger, but I'm not going to tell a lot of them because they're bad. How about you, Aaron? You asked the question. I feel like you got one on deck.
Well, I mean, I have a really dumb one. Like, it's real dumb. I mean, there's two that are real dumb that come to mind. I was a kid, you know, growing up on the block, you know,
Yeah, dude, turping.
just doing my thing. Yeah. And I got my my Nerf ball, of all things, stuck in the tree. So I was throwing rocks at it to get it out, and pine cones. No, that's it. That's all I was doing. I didn't hit any cars. It got close to hitting a couple cars that would go by,
Okay, there we go.
but it didn't hit anything. And I got the cops calling me by this old man that was out to get me the whole time on the corner. He would always like watch what we're doing, and we're like those idiot little kids, you know, that he would always watch. And you know, no offense to old people out there that are going to be listening to this, but like old people are real bored, you know? Like they're real bored, and they're real nosy because they're bored. No, it's fine. Like I love old people. I have old people in my family. I know old people, dude. It's all good. You can be old, but fucking leave those kids alone, man.
That's impressive.
I got my Nerf ball stuck in a tree and got the cops called on me. Like that's how bad it was with this old man. And I wasn't like a jerk to the old man, you know. I wouldn't like pick on him or anything.
You were respectful.
But dude, another time I wanted to skate the sidewalk, right? Like, is that like out of the street? I didn't want to skate the street because I want to be a respectful little kid and, you know, go by the rules and skate on the sidewalk. And I took a broom and was sweeping the sidewalk, and he called the cops on me.
Dude.
Yeah, they showed up and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Sweeping the sidewalk so I can skate it." And then they left. That amazed me. I'll like never forget that until the day I die, because it's like the fact that the cops actually showed up for that, because I don't know about you guys, I've called the cops for like serious shit and they don't show up for like an hour. At least in Everett, like north of Seattle, cops don't fucking show up.
Yo, but
like,
if there's a kid sweeping outside,
oh dude, you best believe, dude, they'll show up, dude.
It's like 50-50.
Drop the weapon, sir. Drop the broom.
Yeah.
Shoot the broom in our direction.
Sir, I'm like 10 and shit.
Put your fingers laced behind your head and walk backwards and count to 15.
Drop the squirt gun. You know?
Yeah, dude.
He's on the pavement. I'm like, yeah, dude. No, actually, I have a story about piss.
Spread your cheeks and lick your shit.
Dude, so we used to have water gun fights in our old neighborhood, you know, growing up. And
sometimes you run out of water and you're not near the fountain, dude.
Sometimes you got to have a backup. You know, you have backup ammunition. So you have two, you know, dude, you have little empty milk cartons, you know, and you pee in them. So you have backup ammunition. You know, you're ready to go. You know, and little did I know, when water's flying and it was warm, it wasn't water. You know, little old me, golden showered.
Dude. Oh, so you were on the
Are you the victim in this scenario?
Oh yeah, dude, it wasn't my idea. I mean, I came up with fucked up shit back then, but that wasn't my idea. And you know what was fucked up though? I got drive-by'd by a squirt gun full of piss by the teenagers that were older than us.
Dude.
You know, I was in a ditch digging or whatever I do in ditches. And then
I've never been peed on or shot with piss. Are you telling me that like multiple times throughout your life you've been sprayed with piss out of a squirt gun?
Dude, my neighborhood was hard.
It was wild, huh?
It was rough growing up there. Dude, and then I got drive-by sprayed with a squirt gun, dude. I was like, oh, nice. You know, I'm looking, I see like a car driving by, I see this awesome squirt gun that I wish I had. But then when it's aimed at me, you know, you're on the other end of it. You're like, okay, I don't want that. And then it's spraying at you and it's warm. Dude, when it's warm.
I think that was actually Palmer.
Little did I know, dude, it was like teenage Palmer.
Dude,
yeah, dude, they really go out of their way to do drive-bys. That you don't shit where you live. You got.
I guess you could say that would you say that your childhood's awfully a lot like Surviving R. Kelly?
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. So I mean, I really need to watch that series. I feel like I could really relate to some of those victims.
Dude,
I'm a victim here, dude. I mean, I did some fucked up shit, but I was the victim in those stories.
Hey, you were asking for it.
Yeah, I mean,
dude,
that group of friends, we did questionable things to like other people, but we did like even worse stuff to each other. So it was
Yeah. Oh
But-
yeah, dude. We used to have these pine cone fights, and like the pine cones weren't heavy enough, they weren't going far enough or hitting your friend hard enough, so you'd spit on them until they got fully soaked, and then they'd get and then they get really heavy. And
saliva do you produce?
hey, dude, it wasn't my again. I'm gonna play the little good kid.
Dude,
It
you
wasn't
guys,
my idea, but
both
we were
of
doing
your
it.
both of your childhoods just full of piss and spit and shit. I don't know.
bad people, dude.
Yeah, dude, I didn't really expect to come on here and like talk about my shit and piss stories, but here we are.
I guess
You
there
gotta
hasn't
own
been
it.
any
And
talk about shit yet. So
that's all right. Yeah, I did. The kid climbed the top of the tree at my house and shit
Oh,
out my
that's
tree.
right.
And my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it
There
was
has been-
hilarious.
Dude,
And I was laughing so hard. I was like looking down. I was like looking up to Main Street, dude, and it was like coming right at me, and I like dodged it, like Matrix.
okay, I will
And then
chime in.
fucking
I
my
did
mom was
have-
like, "What's happening?"
I
I
did have a
would've- I
buddy,
would've-
he shit off of his second story building or his roof or whatever one time.
I
Who did?
would have.
Yeah. So.
I would have fallen out of the tree laughing had I been there for that, dude. Like if I had to dodge, like if I had to dodge.
Like, hey,
like-
what are you doing? What's this about?
dude, if I had to dodge the homie's torpedo, and like
Dude, I got a couple paydays coming at me. I'm just like, hey, man, what the fuck, dude?
I would have laughed so hard. I would have fallen out of that tree and
If
probably
it was
landed in
liquid,
it.
that would be the line. Like you cross the line, that would be the line. Like at least they're solid little paydays, like the candy bar for those who don't know.
Yeah, no.
If it was
I'm aware.
liquid, that's where I'd go home.
Also,
I
I
was
don't,
home actually.
also, I don't think paydays wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah, dude, they're nutty and shit.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. Like that thing came flying at me pretty fast, so I don't know if it's nutty. But I'm just gonna assume for the sake of the story, like it was nutty and it was like a torpedo. I don't know, man. I don't know how many people are gonna have the opportunity to see shit flying out of the sky. But like when that shit hits like, terminal
shit hits
velocity or
different.
whatever it's called, it hit different. Dude.
That shit hit way different when it comes out of a tree.
I'll be back.
You see like the little cartoon wind behind it. Yeah, I don't know, man. That was a weird one.
Now I get to just stare at Palmer's car.
I was gonna say you're not looking at me.
Just his AA run spelled out. Yeah, your car looks good, man.
Thanks, man. I'm just
Dig it,
glad
dig
the big experiment worked out. I don't know. The whole thing was just like, I kind of hope it turns out like what I see in my head. But I mean, you and me talked about that a long time ago, doing like when we did like the tequila sunrise, we were talking on your car, we were talking about doing like the Miami or tropical sunset fade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been talking about it a while, but I'm just glad it sort of turned out that way. It's not as like, doesn't pop quite as hard as I planned. I think I just got like so nervous at tiger stripe in the candy that I went a little wide and then it oversprayed down more. So I think that's why it's really subtle, but I think it ended up turning out better than I thought it would, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's, I love it from the front. It looks good from the front. It's definitely heavier on the red, or heavier than I thought it'd be, but it's like a deep, nice red. It looks good in the shadow and in the light. And I
Yeah,
want
it's
to see it in
just
person to
dark.
like actually see the other colors or whatever, because candy. It's so hard to take a picture of candy.
yeah, that's the
Like,
thing. It
pictures
doesn't really,
and
the pics
stuff.
don't really, everyone says that, but the pics don't do justice because it's like a
Dude,
change color.
the pics don't do my car justice, dude. My car looks like shit.
So the pics do then in a good way,
True.
but justice.
Tell me about the first time you went drifting.
Me?
I don't know, both of you, dude.
Oh, the first time I went drifting, I had a 97 Mitsubishi Mirage. It's like a Lancer,
Sick, dude. I had a Mitsubishi too, dude.
Really, dude? So that's
Yeah.
why I was like, at that age, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna 4G 63 swap this and like, oh,
You
it would
got
be
a
so
four-wheel
rad.
drive Lancer.
Yeah, exactly.
I did the
And,
same thing, dude.
And
I wanted to be
we
Paul
used
Walker
to-
so bad, dude.
Dude, we used to go down and do J turns and stuff, and I went to Dick's Drive-In and would steal trays from Dick's in Seattle. And dude, so I went through like trays, dude. I was burning trays where you put, if for those who don't know, you put trays under your rear tires and you can drift front wheel drive. That's what I'm talking about. I would steal a bunch of those, and I would just
you lock the parking brake,
oh yeah,
throw the trays underneath, and then you just
and I
skedaddle.
have to mention that because I think it's a lost art form now. We're talking like 15 years ago. So
you could do milk crates too; those last longer. But like, don't
I guess I had like the Iron Man version, or those would be the Iron Man version of.
Yeah, I bet milk crates would last a while.
Yeah, dude, you can go all day. Except one time I was doing it, and I like the security guards came, and it wasn't the cops, but I thought it was the cops. And I dropped my e-brake, and the big like milk trays like went in my fenders because they're like too big, so they were like stuck to the tires, and they like went up in there, and I was like trying to like kick them out and stuff. Like,
where'd these come from?
I'm going to jail.
Where'd these come from? I don't know where they came from. Ossifer. But no, I guess like before the tray sliding even, I would like when it was raining, I'd go down to this corner that was like super wide. You could just bomb it. And I don't know where, I think like it started from when I was a young kid. I had like a 4-wheel. It wasn't a go-kart, but it was like a kettle car. I don't know what you call them, but you pedal them, but they're 4 wheels. And I had a big wheel too. I used to walk up and try and slide it, and I didn't even know what I was doing. Like I'd lock it in, and I had all these flat spots on it, and I had no idea. But it started from that. So I like, when I got a real car, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go down here and like do the same thing, But at that point I hadn't even seen drifting, even on like YouTube or anything. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just knew I was going real fast and like sliding this corner. And
that's sick. I like actually really enjoyed that too. Like my next door neighbors had this like car that like steered from the rear, and it had all plastic tires, and you had to go down the hill, and you could like click it like super hard one way or the other, and it would just like slide. And I was like, this is the best thing ever. And
dude,
then,
and I used to
people doing that in cars. I was like, that's the best thing ever. And then I did it, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then I ruined my life.
Yeah, and I mean, in that little like go-kart pedal kart thing, I used to try and like whip 360. I'd bomb this hill and try and whip 360s. I was like, oh man, if I can make it all the way back around. I kind of took it like, because I grew up skateboarding the whole time, so I was like, man, if I can whip it all the way back around and do a 360, that'd be rad. And then now I hate people that do 360s like drifting. I don't hate them, but I hate seeing that.
Yeah, you don't
know
like
what I
the
mean?
360 entry thing?
Yeah, that's a strong statement, but I
Or they,
don't
like,
hate the
slow
people
down,
that
like,
do it.
a
I
lot.
just, it doesn't look cool to me. It doesn't really show it. I don't know. It doesn't show much skill to me. It's not. They're not hard to do.
That's probably an unpopular opinion, but the people who are gonna listen to this probably will agree. Maybe.
Oh, it's fully an unpopular opinion.
Because the only person who will probably listen to this is like maybe Julian and like
like some of our friends, and that's about it.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, dude, fucking 360s entries are fucking.
I don't know. It's all good. I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna take it back. I just don't enjoy seeing it. I don't think it's that hard to do, and when people get praised for it, I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I'm not a hater or anything. It just doesn't look that cool.
Yeah, don't.
It is what it is, but it gets like, I will admit that like when you're at an event where there's like a lot of spectators and someone does it, it's like great, because people that watch it don't know a fucking thing about drifting. Like, oh my god! And
I mean, that's cool. If it's like putting on a show for people, that's all right.
The whole point of
nothing
drifting
wrong
is
with
like
that.
pushing the limit, and there's nothing pushing the limit about that. You're just like kicking the clutch and doing a spinny. I don't know.
Dude, fuck you guys! I'm doing that shit at the next event for sure that you guys are at.
If you do that, I will literally fuck you.
I'm gonna break the internet, dude. Just wait.
Do a 720, and then I'll look your way.
That'd
You're
be
gonna
pretty cool.
break something. We got tire rod or some shit. Slam and lock. No, you're probably good on that chassis, huh? It probably doesn't break links.
Yeah, dude. The stock tire rods are massive.
When's the first time you drifted, Palmer?
I kind of like, I was like really into it for a long time. Like even before I got my license, I used to take my mom's car out and like try and like do little e-brake drags, and it was front wheel drive. And definitely it was bad. Bad person. It's bad purse, dude. But I like once I got my license, I got a Mercedes 190E with like an open diff. And anytime it would rain, I would try and like slide it as much as I could. And then once I didn't know what like a limited slip was or anything. And then I was working at Best Buy, and one of my coworkers had a S13 with like a 2-way and coilovers and stuff, and he let me rip a couple like donuts in it, and I was like, that was it. I was like, oh, and I did it pretty decently, and he's like, oh, dude, like I didn't really have to show you much, and I was like, oh, dude, I think I found my calling, and then I recently found out I have not found my calling yet, so I'm gonna try podcasting.
I feel like when you got the Mercedes, that was like your first time drifting, because like I never did the tray thing, you know, like the McDonald's Dick's Drive-In's tray thing, but I did like I had an Accord. It was like a family car that I drove to like my first job until I saved up enough money to buy like my first S14. Which even when I bought my first S14, I didn't even know what the fuck drifting was. But when I was driving like our family Accord, when it snowed, I would go do like e-brake pulls and stuff, and that was the funnest shit ever. I would like go as fast as I could towards like a corner or like a curb, and then like practice pulling an e-brake like earlier and earlier, and like trying to like get close to the curb. And that was like fun as shit. But I still, I didn't know what drifting was. But like,
I would like do J turns in my mom's car at like 14 years old because I like wanted it.
I was afraid to drive before like having a license because I didn't want to like wait, like get in trouble and then have to wait longer to get a license.
Yeah, that happened to me. I mean, well, I got my license suspended when I was 16, and it was like the worst 6 months of my life. Dude, it was the worst. It wasn't even over some cool shit, you know. I was just like going like 15 over here, 10 over there, but the one time I was going 10 over in like just a suburban area, so I was going like 40, right? I wasn't even going that fast, you know. I wasn't racing or anything cool. And the cop, this is an interesting story because this is the first time this ever happened to me, and it was really weird. But the cop walked out into the street in front of my car, and I had to like almost lock up my brakes. And I was like, whoa, dude. And I was 16, so I was like,
dude, what are you, Neo? Like,
yeah, I was like, hey, Terminator, chill, you know? Like, it was like, Jesus. It was crazy. But yeah, I got a ticket for that. But then, you know, you get it deferred and all that jazz. And then I got another one. And then the same thing happened, except I was on the freeway, and the cop like walked into the lane and then walked back out of the lane and pointed at me. And I was just like, Jesus. And I floored it and got away. Don't do that, but I did that.
Whoa, really? Dude, I got pulled over by the same cop for speeding twice on the same day.
That's rough, dude.
That was rough.
Oh, also, I'd like to mention, Danny made a good point. It wasn't really like my first time drifting in that car, because that's like, I don't consider, for all the listeners out there, I don't consider like tray sliding drifting. I'm just saying that was my first, well, I guess the big wheel was the first time sliding anything.
Yeah,
but power sliding is different.
For you 6 people, fucking note that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that doesn't really, that goes without saying for who's going to listen to this. But the first time really drifting is when I bought my 240.
I have an unpopular opinion that your power sliding comment made me want to say.
Uh-oh, here we go. Spit it.
Unpopular opinion. Only drifting is when you're off throttle. Well, I take that back. Drifting to me is when after you, like there's a main turn you're going at, and you enter with proper line as fast as possible, and you throw it in with as much angle as possible. And when you're like when you're scrubbing speed with angle, not like dragging e-brake or something, like that's drifting to me. Everything else is power sliding. Like when you get back on throttle and you're just like powering through the corner, that's not really drifting to me. That's just power sliding.
I've always said that drifting is anytime your car is sideways before the beginning of the corner, and if you're transitioning to a different corner mid-corner, right? So like if the car is sideways like before the apex of the corner, and if you leave the corner and the car is still sideways, and you are able to transition to like a different, like,
that's a good way to put it.
That's like,
I don't even agree with what I said, how I like being off throttle, because you can like have, again, the perfect line and angle and yada yada and also be on throttle, and that's like gangster. But like I basically mean like scrubbing speed, and like you said, having angle before the apex, like coming into it, you know, carrying speed into the turn rather than using throttle to leave, kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
I think these are in turn like differences between styles of drifting. But yeah, I found it really interesting. Like my interview that I had for turn 10, obviously we're all car guys, so I was just talking about cars and racing, and I made like the correlation between like what line you take with drifting as opposed to what line you take with racing, and I like came up with the thought that it's not too much different. Like you're coming in wide, hit the apex, exit wide, like in drifting, you're kind of doing the same thing with our style of drifting where we're trying to be really aggressive and fast, I mean, but that's the difference with like Japan style versus US. There's outer zones and rather than inner clips and trying to rub a guardrail or, on the toge as opposed to like filling an outer zone. It's slower and you're going wider. I don't know. But I thought it was an interesting comparison that we were going back and forth in the interview talking about it, but it was like, oh shit, yeah, it's not wrong. There's like more similarities between racing and drifting than most people like to admit. You know what I mean? As far as car setup even and grip and like our style of driving, not just like throwing on takeoffs and just kind of skidding at a skid pad, The type of driving that we're trying to do is like, I don't know, there's a lot of similarities between line and setup and
it's like really interesting that the like general population will always assume that you want like the worst tires you can possibly have on the back. That's like always the thing that I'm like, actually, excuse me, actually, we like to have actually a fairly grippy rear tire so that we can have forward traction and side bite when we're sliding cars around into each other.
Dude,
sir.
Exactly. There's two things like
there's a strong science behind our stupidity, sir.
And you always got to pick and choose your battles, right? You like size up the person you're talking to. You look at them, and you're like, okay, if I like start telling this guy like you want as much grip as possible, and are you gonna go down a rabbit hole where he's just gonna be staring at you blankly, or is he gonna be like, oh shit, all right, and he's gonna get it. But that's why, like you said on the last podcast, like
every time,
like you said on the last podcast, you just say, oh, it's like Tokyo Drift, and you say that as like kind of a joke, but then people are like, oh, okay, But like I do that to the people that I'm like, I don't want to explain this shit right now.
Yeah, dude.
Like
they're like, oh, have you seen Ken Block? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
They're like,
cool.
They're like, is that cool to you? And then I'm like, it's not drifting.
Monster Energy.
What? And then you have to do the whole like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, if they want to compare it to Tokyo Drift, like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to date this chick at my school, but she's dating a Yakuza boss's son, and like I have to battle him for her love and to be able to stay in Japan. That's it. That's what we do. And then we like drift in parking garages. And there's like a big party and there's like lots of girls there usually.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny because you can always tell the people that are just gonna be like, oh yeah, and that's it. And you can tell the people that probably have like some kind of race background or like motorsport background. They're like, you could actually have a conversation with them about like, oh yeah, this is what we do and why, and then they're actually receptive to it. And then there's people who are just like Tokyo Drift. They're like, yeah, okay, like ha ha ha, and then they walk away.
I generally like to do I try and like do a quick explanation of like why we run negative front camber, and if that glazes them over, then I just like walk away. And
that's the test.
Yeah, and then if they're like, oh, interesting.
Like, but it's cool, and like I have conversations with like my uncle. He lives in New York, like upstate New York, and he races like he used to race like MGs and Spitfires, and he has like a Lotus Europa and all these Euro cars, like old cool race cars. Like I dig them, but
yeah,
it's cool when I talk to him because he digs what we're doing with drifting and stuff, and like so he actually wants to hear more about it. And when I tell him, you can tell he's actually like understanding what I'm saying because he, he's been into other forms of motorsport. So it's always fun when you're like telling guys really how it is. You're like, no, you actually want grip. It's not like snow drifting. Like you want grip, or it's not predictable, and you can't. It's interesting talking to people like that actually understand it. That don't yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nice. You're like, okay, like you're a racer, like you understand car setup, like. And then
I've also talked to racers that still don't get it. They're like, I mean, we've like ran events at
like,
Evergreen.
My alignment guy says that's bad. And you're like,
dude, and there's something else you guys talked about on the last podcast that reminded me. I had this NASCAR official at Evergreen because we tried running in a Prime event that was like mixed with a NASCAR event to try and get cross-contaminated fans, I call them. Because we're contaminating NASCAR, right? Because we're not shit to those guys. To those guys,
Yeah.
we're garbage, you know.
Yeah.
And like I've seen that firsthand. Like that's how they think of us, you know. It's crazy. But those guys, like, they said we were like synchronized swimmers, and I just looked up at the dude and I was like, all right. Like I just know. Like, what do you say to that? I'm just like, okay, whatever, man.
Like,
But
I
he's
mean,
saying it condescending. There's nothing against synchronized swimming, but like
Be
he
like,
was saying it
well,
like condescending.
feel like, I mean, that is an Olympic sport, so
I
You
mean,
could
it
say
takes
they're like
skill.
sperm
So
cells.
yeah, dude. I mean,
I'm like, cool. You guys are like open swim, bitch. You know,
like, all
combat
right,
him with
well,
that.
yeah, you guys are like a school of fish, so that's great.
You're like a gay fish, dude. Get out of my face.
Dude, that guy probably can't even kickflip, honestly.
No, dude. If I yelled kickflip, he'd probably pop shove it, dude. No, not even. He would shove it. He wouldn't even pop it.
That's probably all I could do, though.
Me too. It's cool, man.
Well, you guys are popping it though. It's cool.
I mean, yeah.
But I love how like everyone I yelled do a kickflip in Japan did heel flips.
Yeah, well,
That's kind of impressive.
There's like
That's-
2 or 3. Yeah.
that's
It's like,
because they're all cars are right-hand drive.
so they have to do the opposite of what I say.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
a
makes sense.
kickflip is a heel flip in Japan.
Oh, okay.
It must be, honestly.
Yeah, you should have said do a heel flip, and they would have done kickflips.
Just deciphered the code there.
Yeah. I mean, or they just didn't understand you. You just yelled do a, and they're like, okay.
They just did a something.
You were supposed to call it a USDM kickflip.
Do a left-hand drive flip.
Yeah, that was
Never
cool.
made that. Never made that correlation. I don't know. We'd have to ask Shakib something like that. He's the Japan skateboarder right now.
Yeah, and then like you made the stair set on some random dude's board like twice, and then
Dude,
Josh like threw himself off the stairs like 8 times.
Dude,
we
you
were-
know what? That night that Josh fucked himself up doing it though, I knew not to skate. I was like, we were drinking all day. I was like,
Why? Because Julian was trying to juggle bowling balls like a half an hour before that.
I mean, was that right? Yeah, that was half an hour before that. We were rapping in the streets of Osaka. So I was like, yeah, that's not the night that you like try and jump down a stair set, dude. So in my head, I was like, man, are you trying to walk out of here like fucked up or like walk
Chill.
out of here? Are you trying to
Yeah.
crawl out of here? You're trying to walk out of here. So I like knew, and I'm glad I like wasn't that drunk to know not to.
It was like a
stair set.
flashback to your younger years when you had to like army crawl home.
Yeah, dude. When I was in ditches, army crawling home to my mom to cut my jeans off,
Take off your one skate.
to take off my one fucking skate with my one leg tucked in my pants, and then I had to explain where I found it, where I learned how to do that, and then in turn it just screwed me for like watching more Jackass episodes.
Ooh.
There's
Yeah.
like, well, that's what he's gonna do if he watches. this
You
shit.
are literally the reason they had that like warning at the beginning of Jackass.
Yeah, I'm that guy. You know, there's always a reason for like a warning label. I like to think I contributed.
Yeah. Dude, you know how many kids probably sent in videos?
Oh, dude, I can't even imagine. I'm pretty sure I was
Oh
one of
my.
them that wanted to,
Yeah.
but
They're
never
like, don't
did.
send in videos, but like also please send in videos.
That's
Yeah,
basically
I-
what it was saying.
I bet
They're
you they have-
basically asking for videos.
I bet you they have the dopest archive of like kids doing crazy stuff like that got sent in. I would love to see that.
They
I
probably
also wonder if like half their ideas were from the archives of people sending shit.
Ooh, wow, dude, we're getting deep on.
this could we might not want to get into this. We could find something
Dude.
out that we're not, you know.
I just got a
I care about my family.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Bam Margera. He said, "Don't fucking move."
I'm gonna hear Steve-O like
Yeah.
throat talk
Shut the
outside
fuck
my
up, I'm
door.
on the way.
Holy shit, man!
Oh, dude, come outside. I can't even do the like Steve-O voice.
You have to do more whippets. Sorry, man. I love Steve-O. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, same.
It's true though. That fucking.
I sent this picture of this dude who looked nothing like Steve-O in like a work chat, and one of my coworkers is like, "Oh, it looks like Steve-O," and I was like, "Yeah, maybe if you like saw Jackass in passing once."
It's like a suggestion, but you didn't click on the video.
And I got
you know.
mad likes in the work chat.
Damn, that's a good feeling when you
Dude,
when you're, you know, when you get something liked a lot.
Yeah, dude, I do it for the validation, especially.
Pretty common for an influencer of your status, I'd say.
Yeah, I did a personality test today when I was drinking champagne at 10 o'clock in the morning because my friend on the East Coast had a birthday brunch video conference party, and I found out that I enjoy validation and being different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's
I'm a
like that's
challenger, so I'm pretty much a dodge.
yeah. I mean, I think like everyone would enjoy that at least a little bit. I mean, I know some people that don't want to fucking be different. You know, they want to just like fit in. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I
Just
feel like
kinda,
maybe that's
be
why we
yourself,
all like
man.
we all came together somehow or got to know each other. We're all like trying to be a little different, so we like complete each other in a way.
yeah, because we all make bad decisions and we
Yeah.
focus on things that aren't really that important in life but are fun.
You know, we all used to like, you know, do things with piss and shit and run away from cops and stuff. So I mean, there's like, you know, there's correlations between our lives. You know, your bags of piss, I'm Nerf guns of piss. You know, I'm shitting out of trees, and I don't know
Pissing.
what Danny's doing, but you probably laid a poop somewhere you shouldn't have a couple times, I'd imagine. By the looks of that bandana, you did some weird shit, I bet.
I did some weird shit.
Yeah, dude.
I
That's
won't
all
say
right.
some
You can
stuff.
save that for another podcast. It's all good.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know if we
dude,
talk too much more, the podcast is going to change to just piss and shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that's all
like
right.
the jackass appreciation cast.
The goodest piss or like the pissest shit.
I should put out the one I did with Jason where I just like asked him about his history of drifting, and then people will be like, "Oh, this is interesting," and then they hit subscribe, and then I'll put this one out, and they'll like, "I'm never listening to this again."
The shittiest piss.
Dude, they're gonna be so different, but who cares?
Definitely say you should just save all of these for like, yeah, if this channel actually takes off, then when there's like hella followers and there's like you don't have anything to post one week, you can just throw this in there and be like, here's this starter video we did.
Yeah, and then people will be
And
like, "Man, you should have never started this."
then like all of your followers will just unsubscribe
Yeah,
and you're just gonna start getting bags of piss in the mail.
yeah, that'd be cool. Just like fake notes
Oh,
from like
man.
the guy who got hit.
Yeah, it's like he somehow sees this and hunts you
Yeah,
down.
that dude's definitely like 70 years old now.
What if
Dude,
he
I definitely like air horned a few people when I was younger.
What if he follows drifting now and he sees this and hunts you down at a drift event and throws a bag of piss into your car while you're drifting?
Dude, I held a kitchen knife at that fool. He ain't scared. He'll show up for sure. Imagine a 12-year-old holding like a big like kitchen knife at you. I mean, I wasn't gonna cut him with it or anything, but I was definitely like scared.
I think it's hilarious that even though you guys did that, you're like a 12-year-old telling the cops like, "Hey, this guy came into my home," and they're like, "You threw piss at him."
Yeah, they're like, "No, he didn't." Like, you can't throw pee on people.
Yeah.
All right. So like, that's a biological weapon. It's chemical warfare.
The terrorist act.
Yeah. So then they like, yeah, I'm pretty much like on the NSA's most wanted list at this point.
I don't know that that's like something to brag about, like the reason why you are on that list. I don't know. I mean, if you're with other most wanted, I wouldn't want to tell them that's why.
I mean, are you saying that you're the most wanted also?
I mean, that's something that we won't discuss right now. But I will tell you that if you're bragging that you threw a bag of piss and you're on the most wanted list, I feel like, you know, you're a target in the room of other most wanted.
Yeah. Okay. I could be bringing the heat. I apologize. It's,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm reading you loud and clear. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't mean in this room. I just mean in like general.
Yeah, we get it. We're trying to
Yeah.
take the heat off of you. I got it.
Okay, good.
Not in this room.
Dude, if you need me to call up Snowden, I can get you to Russia, and you can get a JZX because they love them things over there.
Express, ship, drop ship it.
Have you guys seen that Russian street drifter dude that always posts like POV onboard like street videos,
Does he drive a
mid-traffic and
JZX?
everything? No?
The dude with the Beamer or the guy with the JZX?
He's got he has a couple cars, but he's always posting just like onboard street drift videos.
Dude, he's like got to be like somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can just get away with that nonstop.
I don't know, because like
Maybe you can.
I mean,
Who knows?
he does have a couple different cars, and I've seen videos where he's like, it's like a professionally filmed like closed video, and I think he does some kind of like pro drifting over there, but he's always posting onboard videos of his street cars, and there's like he's using like traffic as clipping points, like in like intersections and stuff. But
Yeah, man, I feel like there's like some serious like that guy's okay to do that, but not everybody's okay to do
maybe
that kind of
I don't
thing.
know. You know who I'm talking about though? Like, do you follow that guy? I don't know his
Mm.
name. I just follow his Instagram.
I think I've seen like some YouTube videos, but I mean, I feel like I had a buddy that his dad hired and fired cops and shit, and he could get away with anything. I mean, I feel like Russia might be different, you know, but I mean, who knows what the hell you could get away with for being who you know, or who
Yeah.
you know, or who you're family with. But here, I do know that my buddy would like, this is terrible, but he would like drive drunk and like he would, you know, get off real easy. And I always thought it was pretty fucked up, but I feel like maybe that, you know, who knows what that guy's involved in to like.
I'm sure that's everywhere.
Or in Russia, they just don't give a shit because there's too many Ladas running into each other on those dash cam videos for them to care about a couple drifters that are like doing some
Like-
roundabouts and corners. Like,
That's what I'm saying. From what I've seen on the internet, it seems pretty crazy already. Where they're like, "Well, he didn't hit anybody, so
They're
fuck
like,
it," you know?
yeah, you didn't hit any cars. Why would we be mad?
Yeah,
Like,
he shows great control, you know,
yeah.
and he's not in a Lada, so it's all good.
dude,
I've seen Lada drift videos too.
I mean, dude, you could slide anything with wheels.
I've seen a whole lot of drift videos.
Oh man, that was good.
But there's some guys that have Ladas in Washington now. There's like a few of them I saw at this meet.
Are there a lot of them?
There was a lot of Ladas, dude. There's like a Smeagol of Ladas, like a whole clan of them.
I think I missed it the first time.
A squad of Ladas.
There's quite a of Ladas, dude. Squide of Ladas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I kind of want to go there.
I don't know, man. It seems fucking wild. But I mean, all we see is like YouTube videos of people drifting cars. You know,
Dude, if you lived outside the US and all you saw was like YouTube videos from the US, you'd be like, that place is nuts.
I was just gonna say they probably think that you get shot at every corner you go, so it's probably the same elsewhere.
they just see like gangster rap videos and
Yeah,
like challenge videos. They think everybody's stupid and killing each other.
yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
drinking like fucking and eating.
It's like no we're all
Tide
just
Pods
sitting
and
around
shit.
embarrassed.
Oh yeah, that was another name I wanted to call this. I wanted to call it the Tide Podcast.
The Tide Pod.
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
But then that was taken too.
Of course it was.
So if anyone actually ever does listen to this, go on your podcast shit and give that 1 star.
Tide Pods, fuck you.
Just kidding. Give it like 10 stars. I don't know. Who cares? Or don't do anything, because no one's gonna listen to this anyway.
That's the spirit.
I'm just giving it a shot, dude. I'm shooting my shot.
You got to be confident in your shot.
I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you take if you miss it.
That seems right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
On the
I did the math.
flip side, I would
I
say
mean-
that you make 100% of the shots that you make.
But
Wow, that's
if
a very optimistic and positive outlook. I like that.
if
you
you
could
miss the
look at it
shot, you still
100%
took it.
make or 100% miss
Based on if you made it.
in the cup if it's full.
Look, man, this is getting way too prolific for me.
I don't know, man. I just had an epiphany. I feel like you even if you missed the shot, you took it, you know?
Whoa,
If the cup's half
I don't think
full,
anyone's ever said that before.
what if you just what if it's like a solo cup? and it's like you make. Do they pull 2 cups if it's half full?
Then I'll
Still
throw
2
that
cups.
fucking pong ball right into it, and I'll beat you, dude. I will face me, dude.
I will-
Anyone face me at beer pong? I swear to God,
I thought I beat you at Eric's.
dude. I remember it different.
As the youngins would say, bet.
Dude,
Dude, I'm gonna
I watch
clap back.
Don't even clap at my back, okay,
I'm-
youngin, young man.
Do you not like clap back because it makes you think of your back getting clapped, or do you just
No, it
not?
just sounds-
Yikes, dude. That's
It sounds like-
gross. Think about that.
I just feel like
I'm
whoever's
clapping on your
saying
back,
it,
Danny.
they're like, while they're saying it, they're also like clapping and screaming at you, and just like, I don't know. I just feel like
I think it's like
not.
clap back, like bang bang, you know?
That's not
No,
mac and
it's like
cheese.
I don't know. I just get like a.
Do you think it's like, I don't want you in my face?
Yeah, it's like a ghetto bitch kind of.
That kind of clap back, like,
thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna return these jeans if you like it or not.
yeah. It's like not like a Karen thing, like a long ass fake nail thing, you know.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
my Taco Bell was supposed to come with free nachos if you didn't ask me if I wanted a drink.
No, it's
Like
it's
that.
it's people that use it for like a
I don't know,
like an insult or like a comeback. Just say comeback.
my friend's sister has a Yelp account, and her Yelp account is all negative reviews of places, and she's done Taco Bell, check cashing place, and like a bunch of other stuff. Dude, they're so good.
A check
Like,
cashing place.
she literally has a negative review of Taco Bell because they didn't offer her. She didn't get like free nachos because they didn't ask her if she wanted a drink or not. And she called them out on it, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't do that anymore." And she
Wow.
wrote this whole long. Dude, my friend and I literally like will go through her Yelp account and like hope she has a new one because they're so good.
You're like waiting.
Jeez.
Like,
You're like, I wish
dude,
there's notifications.
she wrote a negative one about like a tow company because her car got impounded, like all kinds of stuff. She's
Dude,
sweet,
that's
she means
like-
well.
I should write a negative review on that Nerf company for piss working out of the gun.
Like, look,
You know, that's
guys-
how dumb that sounds, dude. If you Yelp about shit like that, dude, it's like, it's not my problem.
Oh man.
I agree.
I don't know. It's kind of petty. But
The
it's
I
world
mean,
is-
dude,
Yelp.
getting pissed on is better than being pissed off, I guess.
It's better than getting shit on, dude. His asshole shit on people, but dicks just piss all over everyone. Just fuck everyone.
Are you quoting Team America right now?
Like terribly.
I tried to. I
He's
was
totally
trying.
butchering it.
Dude,
I
I'm
was
like
trying-
so many Nighter Days in. I don't remember, man.
I don't
Dude, you know-
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I just know that's not it.
Asshole shit on everyone, dude, and then dicks fuck the pussies, dude. That's true.
You're like, I don't know. Sometimes shit gets in the pussy, and then there's like a dick somewhere. I don't know if he's
Dude.
involved, but he's there.
You know when you're like watching a movie with your girl, or like you're trying to pick a movie with your girl, and it's like there's like a movie that you definitely want to watch, but you have to be like sly on like trying to select it. Like the other day, that was Team
Yeah.
America. Like Team America popped up, and I was like, shit, that's the
You're like,
one.
how do
dude.
I
I was
gotta
like,
play this
oh,
one
I was
off?
like, how do we play this off? I'm like, oh, have you ever seen Team America? And she's like, no, I don't know. It just didn't look that interesting to me. And I was like, well, the puppetry, and it's really good.
The puppetry.
Oh, if she hasn't seen it yet, that's right
She
away
was
where you go,
not-
oh my gosh, you haven't seen it yet? Like you
Yeah.
have to, you know.
She's
Play
not
it off
buying
like
it at
it's-
all. I try to like, you know.
Yeah, I had
try
to do
slip
that. I had to do that with Erica with Freddy Got Fingered.
off.
And she was like, I remember hating that movie. And I'm just like, you remembered it wrong. You need to watch it again. That was like 10 years ago. And she like,
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
sausage.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Dude, Tom Green was just on
Joe
Rogan again.
Yeah,
yeah. And I
watch
was like,
that or listen.
love that
I don't
dude.
watch podcasts.
that's the only ones I'll watch are like some of Rogan's and the Congratulations pod, obviously.
Yeah, I watch
So
a
funny.
few of the congratulations one because he's just good.
Silly goose.
Yeah, dude, that's all we got. I don't know. Down for a silly
I
goose
just-
time. Not a
I
long
just
time.
want to. That's the quote. That could be a title of one of the episodes. I just want to flock, dude.
Dude, I came to flock and roll.
Came to flocking.
Dude, let's flock.
Uh,
There's another title right there.
just all bird related titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that clever. I could probably come up with like 4, and then it'd be like, all right, I'm gonna switch it to, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freddie got fingered pretty gnarly
This
for
podcast is very broad. You don't have to be too
The title's just gonna be
specific.
the title's just gonna be Psych and Libscribe.
Psych and fuck off. You can do
Every-
it like
everything
Friends,
has to be a
where
plan.
every episode is like ends in est. You know, like you know how like Friends, it's like every episode is like the one about this or the one about that. Like the podcast could be like the Goodest Podcast, but every episode could be like you could do an episode on like Front Camber, like you're talking about, and it could be like the Camberist episode, or like the there could be one about piss, and it's like the pissest episode, or like the piss and shittest episode. Like
Look, man,
everything is best.
Yeah. I don't want to have
Or-
I had a bunch of people like, oh, what topics are you gonna do? I was like, topics?
You're like all of them.
Be like, I didn't even like come up with questions for people. I'm just gonna like start it, see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like it's not a bad idea to have like a couple of questions, but I think
I was gonna say
having
there has to
topics
be
kinda
some, you know.
Like keep things on track instead of just talking about like being
I mean, it's
dead.
fun as shit to just bullshit, but I don't think
Bags of
anybody
pee.
cares to an extent.
I
don't
think some people might.
I think they do. Well, like to an extent, I guess. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, this one's probably gonna be like 3 hours long, so that's
and most of it's talking about what you want to do or what you can do with podcasts.
I mean, I
or
would say that
just
like
piss.
maybe 10% of it is that, and the rest of it is us just being terrible people.
Yeah, it just whittled down to like 2 viewers by this
Like-
point. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, good thing this isn't live because it would just be like no one.
Yeah.
like the cops would just be at one of our doors by now. Like, how many bags of piss are inside your house right now, sir?
Like, sir, we're gonna need to see your freezer. Also, give me your hands.
Shit out any trees today, son.
No. You got any Ziploc? You got any locks in here, sir? You got any zips?
Any Nerf guns, bitch? Pussy's on the
Hey,
page.
by the way, just so you know, dude, Nerf guns don't hold liquid.
Well, no, they had like they had like Nerf squirt guns. I'm not remembering that wrong, right? They had like Nerf
they?
brand squirt guns. Like those were the top of the line, like the pump action ones. Those were like
Oh, dude, remember the one with
the
the
ones I couldn't
backpack?
afford.
The one with the backpack that you could put like 700 psi into.
Imagine
Yeah.
having like gallons of pee in that
Dude,
thing.
one of some rich kids sprayed me in the face with one of those like backpack ones, and I literally felt like my eye. Like that's why I had bags under my eyes because it pushed my eyes in.
To this day,
Yeah, dude.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Those
Fucked
dudes,
you up on the playground.
the Nerf brand ones were the ones you always wanted when you were a kid, but couldn't. Your parents couldn't afford it or some shit, and you just never got it.
My
There's
parents were
also
just
the-
like, no guns.
Did you guys
Yeah.
ever have airsoft guns with your neighborhood kids? Like play wars and stuff with those?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a whole other topic. I got in trouble with that too. Because, dude,
Dude, that
You
was the real
paint the guns
gulag
to
back
look-
in the day. There was no fucking modern Call of Duty or whatever. Like
modern.
gulag, the
Black
gulag was
Ops.
you go in the front yard, I'll go in the backyard, and someone says go, and whoever gets shot first loses.
Yeah, dude, we would like paint. I had like an M16, and I painted the tip so it doesn't look. It looks real, you know. And I'm running
Oh,
around the
man.
neighborhood, dude. I was running around the neighborhood, man, and I was like, "Really, man? You used to call the cops on me for, you know, sweeping the sidewalk, and I'm running around with like an M16, and he doesn't call the cops." Like,
He's like, that's your goddamn right, boy.
he's like, "Oh shit, man, little
Finally acting like
gun-toting
I'm
little
American.
gangly gangster over there, dude." Just running the streets. He felt safer, you know.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, airsoft was my shit. That was so fun. But there's a couple of times like we got a couple lodges and some friends of yours and shit. You know, it got weird.
I was like really bad at all that, but I did go paintballing one time and Robin Williams was there. And I met Robin Williams. R.I.P.
Dude,
What?
fucking love Robin Williams.
Dude, I went up to him and I was like, hey, I think I was like 13 or 14. I was like, hey man, I really like your stand up. And he was like, oh, what's your name? And I was like, Palmer. He's like, oh, what the fuck kind of name is Palmer? And like, just walked away. And I was like,
That was it?
oh yeah. But like, dude, what 13-year-old tells somebody like you that they like your stand up? I don't know. It was cool though, man. And then we went out for the game. It was like my friend's birthday. I didn't know how to do paintball at all. We went out for the game, and like he was on the other team, and he just like found me and just like lit me up like 10 times.
Damn, dude, that's a cool story.
Is that a real story? That's awesome.
Yeah, that like actually happened. I got blasted by Robin Williams.
Mrs. Doubtfire fucking blasted you, dude. You
Hella
got
welts,
dusted by
dude.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Was
That's
pretty sick.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mrs. Doubt fired on me, bro.
Mrs. had no doubts about firing on
I was
your
trying to
ass.
think of a way to doubt. I couldn't. You were quicker than me.
Dude, she's got good aim. It was cool, man. That was pretty sick. I think like
Dude, plot twist, like the paintballs are full of piss. Splat.
dude, so I got a paintball gun, but I like bought it from like one of my like classmates because I was like I think it was like high school or something. No, it was maybe middle school. I don't know. He like gave it to me because like he was like a rich kid and he was like, oh yeah, you can like have this one, but it was like super broken and it would like jam all the time. So like I would like I mean I never went paintballing. I just like terrorized my neighborhood pretty much. And like they would always break in there and they would like explode and they would like do all kinds of bad stuff. And one time I like shot I forgot what I shot. I shot something like in the neighborhood, but like 3 or 4 neighbors came out and like scolded me for like 15 minutes, and then my mom's like, okay, you can't have that anymore. You know?
Yeah,
had to move on.
It happens, dude. You know, it kind of happened with airsoft. I had to move on at one point. We were getting, the block was too hot. You know, you gotta know when to.
To fold them.
Yeah.
Airsoft was cool, but I never had them. I couldn't afford a paintball gun.
Dude,
Yeah.
man, we got in some trouble with those airsoft guns, though, man.
Trying to talk my mom into going to buy like CO2 for the gun. She's like, no.
Like, no, Mom, it doesn't only make it stronger; it makes it safer. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, dude. In the airsoft, like I think my friend's dad bought me one because he was like super like, Second Amendment, like just plastic, nothing bad's gonna happen. And my mom found it like under my pillow in my bed.
You had it under your pillow? That's
Yeah, dude.
so G, dude.
I thought I was so sick. I was
That's like the
oh,
most
man.
Bay Area shit.
Yeah, dude. I stayed home sick from school the day that I got it. I was that excited.
Oh, really?
It was just like a handgun one too, and I was just sitting in my room like shooting like cans and stuff. I was like, this is the best thing ever. I remember, dude. I remember. Yeah. And then my mom found it under my pillow because it was like hella dense and everything around the house.
Super obvious.
Yeah, she's like,
How do you just stay home sick? Did you like Ferris Bueller it and get your palms all sweaty? Like how did you do that? Did you scheme that?
I don't know. It wasn't like that hard to. Yeah, I was just like, I'm sick.
Dude, really? Because if I said that to my mom, she'd be like, tough shit,
Yeah, I kind of had it easy there.
I had to look sick,
Yeah, but you do look sick.
I had to look the illest, dude. Or I'm not having a sick day.
I was on Instagram and I saw an ad for Illest. Like Illest is still a brand. They still make stuff.
And they're sponsoring ads.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow. And then I was like,
I saw like a Tibron today with the Illest sticker on it.
Do they just sell like clothes and shit like Supreme or whatever? Or?
Yeah, that was like a thing for a while, man. Like every single car had that on it.
No, yeah, they were like the shit in 2010.
Dude, I still see Illest stickers all over the place up here.
And then like 2014, it was like on every single like Civic or like slightly interested in cars car. Like people just saw it on cool cars and then they're like, oh, I need to replicate that. And then
dude, now I see Illest stickers on people's cars that probably thought of a car one time. You know what I mean? They like thought of a cool car one time and now that sticker's on their back window.
Like a Kia Soul, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
gotta have the Illest sticker. Yeah, man. That's the game, you know. You peak and then you swan dive.
Yeah, like
They got too big, man.
yeah. I wonder what actually happened.
But I think like they didn't buy, like 99% of the people didn't buy those stickers from Illust. They just got them on like eBay because there was like someone probably like making generic Illust stickers or like sticker Illust. I don't know.
Dude, that's so interesting to me. People that like bootleg shit. Like you remember in Japan, there's like those all those bootleg shirts.
Yeah.
Just like they're like broken English and just that shit's so interesting to me. Or like people
dad shoe battle.
Dude, what was the one that had like Ronald McDonald on it and it said MTV all over it?
Yeah.
Like what, dude?
Yeah, they just like try to do this like weird vintage like
American thing
stuff, and it's like American streetwear style, but then like broken English, and it's like but it's like it was like I wanted to buy some of it because it was sick, because it was so weird.
But they like some of it was actually like real money. I'm like, no,
yeah,
man,
I would have bought that Dad Shoe Battle shirt if it wasn't $65.
Dude, it's wild to me that people that like try and sell bootleg shit at events that the actual people that own the company are at. Like that's very interesting to me. I've seen that a lot with in the car world.
I watched this like documentary about like Mr. Cartoon, and then like the dude, what's his name? Esteban something. He's like a photographer that like was like the tour manager for Cypress Hill. And like yeah, it's sick. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. But like there's like a scene where they like talk about how he used to go and find all the people like bootlegging the merch out front and go knock them out before the shows.
Shit. That's
like he was savage. And he's like the tour manager and like their photographer. So he was just like hanging out with like Cypress Hill, but he'd like go around and just like deck all the dudes that like are selling.
I mean, that's one way to scare people off, right?
Yeah, fuck.
I mean, hey man, but yeah, it's like him. I don't know. That was a pretty cool documentary.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I remember being at some event and they were calling out people for selling like bootleg Hoonigan stickers. This was like a long time ago. Like when Hoonigan started up, it was like 2012, 2013. And like
there's a lot of that on eBay, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you remember that era was like they were just popping, and like everybody was like copying their shit. And I remember there was like controversy over it, but it's funny thinking like, what if they just went up to people and knocked them out? That's one way to take care of it.
Hoonigan just got acquired by some like giant media outlet.
Oh, really? They sold it?
Yeah. I think that's why Hertz rolling around in like a F450 or whatever.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey man, that's sick.
Yeah, good for them, man. Yeah. I know like a few people that work there. Good for them. I mean, it seems like they're doing well,
Yeah, they got like.
That's good.
They're kind of like the Illust sticker of now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Except you see it on like way more variety of cars, not just like import cars, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. My buddy from high school came over and he doesn't even have any kind of car that's worth mentioning. It's just like a new Volkswagen. He's like, hey man, like I want to throw a sticker on this thing. Like he's just leasing, a new Jetta or something. He's like, I want a sticker. And I had this pile of stickers, we all, in the car world, we'll have like just boxes of stickers. Dude, I have so many from like the last decade. And like the one he picked out of the whole pack was a giant red Hoonigan sticker, like fucking 1.5 feet wide, the biggest one he could find, and threw it on the back of his Volkswagen. And I was like, all right, man, like you do you.
Yeah.
But
don't take the wind out of his sails.
But that was like the one he chose, and I was just like, dude, what? There's something there. Like they've marketed their shit so well that people aren't even in this, scene, lack of a better word, know that's a thing. Like, I want that sticker. It's like I've seen that somewhere, and I think it's the same thing with Illust. Because most people I see driving around, it's like probably a dude's girlfriend or something. It's like she doesn't look like she's in a car. She's driving like a Hyundai. Like
yeah, she got the Elantra.
I mean, I'm judging a book by its cover. I'm just saying. They probably aren't even into cars or anything.
She's got the Elantra on stocks.
Yeah, on stocks, like spaced out.
A known thing before Hoonigan? Is that a dumb question?
Is what?
the term like hooning, was that like a thing before hoonigan in other? Because I've never heard of that before. Hoonigan was a thing.
I think it's like a play on words with like hooligan. I think because there's
Because I mean, like
football hooligans.
since hoonigan became a thing, and there was that whole phase, and now they're like here to stay. Like I've seen news anchors in like Australia and shit being like, these teens were out hooning, and it's like,
Yeah, I think
that's not a fucking
I
word.
just
I
just
think it is,
assumed
bro.
that
I don't know.
came
I
from
think it is a word.
Australia.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's
is
like
that related, or is that
yeah. I think they put like hooligan and like hoon together. I don't know. Dude,
I figured it was from down under, like it was a word already used. And
dude, we're just guessing.
yeah,
But that's cool.
who knows?
I'm just curious. Yeah, I didn't know if that was a thing prior or if that's
I just remember, yeah,
who
like
influenced who.
Hurt made this video where he was like doing a burnout when he worked at Injuku, and this like old lady like came by and she's like, "Stop baking them up." And he like had all these like stickers and shit for a while. It's like bake them up. Yeah, I was like early on. I bought my first set of coilovers from Hurt. He called me to tell me my credit card got declined. He's like, also, I'm not gonna tell him like which coilovers he told me to get, but he's like, oh, you don't want those, like get these instead. I'm like, all right, cool.
And
And I was
also,
like, that's another $100, dude. I don't have money like that. That was early on.
back in the day.
Yep.
Dude, like up in the Northwest, at least, everybody always says like the good old days, but I feel like drifting now is sick too. But everybody always says it was so much better in the Northwest, at least. People are like, it was so much better back then, at Evergreen and stuff. There's like the people that we looked up to in drifting, and they're like, some of them aren't around anymore. So, I mean, yeah, I get when people say the good old days, but like, dude, I was like, drifting's sick now. Like, why is everybody always like got to reminisce about the past? Like,
Well, everything's like that. People will always
you know
look
what I
at the
mean?
past and focus.
I know,
on
like, I get it,
about,
but it's
be like, oh, we don't have that part.
Yeah,
anymore.
dude. Not all of them just got a Sylvia, so that's why.
hey, man, it's it's new to me.
You just got a Sylvia. I mean, I'd be like hyped too. I'd be like, yeah, this like new shit's pretty tight too, right, guys? And they're like,
No, I just mean it. No, just like in general, man. Like it's fun.
I mean, I'm having a good time. I don't know. It's getting like bigger, and there's like more people getting involved. And like the more people that get involved, like the more variety of people are going to be included in stuff. So it's like that's just the game. Like as it gets bigger, like we're going to keep seeing more like variety of people, and there's going to be people that wishes it was like the 8 people that had, one guy who had an FC and like 2 guys with like S13s and S14s, like, and no one else in the entire state knew what drifting was, like.
Yeah, that's the good old days to most people up here.
Yeah,
which is like it was cool, and I like
Yeah, it was like super underground, which is sick, but it's like I don't know. I wasn't really like around for that. Like I went to watch FD with my friends in like 2006, and I was like, that's cool, like I want to do that.
So I mean, being down there, then you went to Irwindale then?
They had it in Sonoma back then, so it was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from where I live.
Oh, I always forget about that.
Yeah. It was like I went in 06. I think I went in 05 and 06 or 06 and 07 or something. And then I like didn't really think much of it, and then I kind of like I didn't have any car friends, so I didn't like know how to do any of that stuff. And then once I started doing car audio install, like I like started to learn how to work on cars and knew people with S chassis and stuff. So that was it.
Dude, I don't think Danny knows that you've actually already made car videos and shit, like your YouTube that you had a long time ago.
Oh yeah, like.
Or was it Vimeo back then, or like it was
both? Yeah.
Yeah, you've already had videos that had traction, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know what you call it, but I somehow up in the Northwest in the early days, I saw that video. I didn't know it was you until you told me. I was like, holy shit, what? That's crazy. Because I saw that video somewhere floating around.
Yeah. I think it was like on Tumblr or whatever back when that was like the cool like drift place.
Yeah.
What video?
We were like, me and some friends started like a group called the Low Budget Crew, and we just made like dumb videos of like us.
That sounds like really familiar.
Yeah, you should Google it. It's definitely like it's definitely cringeable.
Yeah, it's funny though, because I think, yeah, Danny, you probably saw it too. If I saw it up here, then you probably saw it the same place I did. I have no idea where, but I've seen, it circulated. And the drift world was a lot smaller back then too.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
like a lot of hate for all that because we were just a bunch of like we're done. I don't know. I was like 23 or 20. No, it was like I was like 20. I think I was 22 or 21 at the time when we were doing all that stuff. So just making bad decisions and like partying and trying to make drift events where we could. It was fun though. Those are the good old days, you know.
There it is. Yeah. Oh man, I wish it was like that again.
It was definitely like simpler, but like I'm happy with like my level of driving now compared to then. Like my car builds are like definitely nicer, and I have like, but like it was fun. It was sick. Like I don't know, you guys all been in this game for a while, you know.
Yeah, it's weird how like some people progress so fast, or then have like long breaks of like, oh shit, I don't feel like I'm getting any better. Like that's definitely happened to me.
Yeah.
Like recently, I felt like I slowed down and I don't feel like I'm getting any better. I'm like, damn it, what am I doing wrong? Like fuck, I was like progressing and now it's just like kind of came to a stop. But I think most, it's crazy. Yeah, then I've seen some people, they drifted like 2 years and they're like as good as me already. I'm just like, damn, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, I had a bit of a plateau I'm like trying to get out of, but I think it's just like the amount in which you drive. Like you get good to a certain point and you're not going to get better than that if you take too long in between your events. And like right now it's just tough to like beat that. Like how do you do that? Like in adult life with like big people jobs.
Big boy pants.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to cash these checks and break these necks,
Fucking Catalina wine mixer, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I find it interesting how some people.
There's definitely people that have natural talent, but like you can't compare. I mean, like you're really good at tandem drifting and stuff. Like you can't. I think that when you get down to that level of like, oh, this guy's been drifting for 2 years, I've been drifting for 10, and he's already like almost pretty much as good as me in tandem. Like when you get down to comparing like that close, it's really fine details that's going to show somebody who has like a ton of experience versus somebody who knows how to get close and then that's it kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, dude, for sure. I mean, like,
you have
dude,
to start dissecting such minor like details to a run or something, because to go from I can like link a course to tandem is a huge jump, but going from like I can do this so well to do it just a little bit better, it's there's a lot of experience to go from here to here, but like looking at it you might go, shit, that guy is like kind of good and he just started. It's like there's still probably a lot more that
dude, a big detail for
that you have experience with
when dudes know how to bail. You know what I mean? Like at Super D Northwest at Sphere Peaks, when there's a train. I think you guys are probably in it too with me. There's like 13 fucking cars at the end of the day, and it was amazing. It was super fun, but like there's that one run, all it takes is one car and then the whole like domino effect. But there wasn't one accident. Like there's like 13 of us. Someone fucked up, and we all knew where to. Dude, we all knew where to bail, and like that was a moment. That was like a moment right there where I was like, "Holy shit!" And all of us, like,
I put a wheel mark in Danny's door.
Every single one of us was like, "Holy shit! I can't believe like."
That's actually my fault. So I actually got hit in that same Palmer. I got hit in that same spot by Aaron, and I think one other person in that event. That's my fault. So I was mentioning that I got tuned right before that event because I had been on stock boost and low power. Like I've owned this car for 5 years, and 4 or 5 years been super slow. So I went to map sensor and got tuned and everything right before that event, but still my car has this problem right now. I think it's like a fuel pressure. I just put a new fuel pressure regulator on it, and that's kind of helped it a little bit, but I think I only started it like once so far. I haven't driven it yet. It's got this weird thing going on where if I'm off throttle and the RPMs come down to like idle area, if I go to get back on throttle, it takes a second. It wants to bog and like die. but as soon as the RPMs come up, it's like super responsive. Everything's fine. So that part right there, like where I don't know, typical like whoop-ah, drop down. I don't know. You have no idea what I'm talking about. The main
Rhino smacked
first
the
turn,
lip.
Where you
like
got
the
pity.
main hairpin where everyone like decells, and then you pick it back up. Right when I went to go pick up, like my car was like and just like didn't go anywhere, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then I got
How'd
hit.
it go?
I was like, I knew it. I was
Yo,
like,
how'd it go? What did your car do? How'd it go?
"Fuck!"
No, but dude, and then there's like what we're saying though, like the small details about people you notice have driven a long time versus people, it's to me one of the big things is like how to bail, because I've like driven with a few dudes at Evergreen that I used to look up to in drifting that are like a little bit older than us, like Roland, for instance. I was driving with him and somebody screwed up in front of him, and then there's three of us, I'm in the back, and then someone screwed up in front of him, and he knew how to like snap the car over and then like floored it and did like a half spin and got out of the way, and I didn't hit him. And I was just like, in my head I was like, damn dude, if that was like a newbie, like we would have both had core sports like trashed. But the fact that like it's really cool, it's a cool moment
Yeah.
when people know how to bail, and you have that moment like, holy shit, if that guy didn't do that or knew how to get out of the way, that's, I don't know, it's cool to me. When people know how to like get the fuck out of the way, they don't just like stop and then there's a pile up.
Yeah, man.
That's what I do. I mean, I try and get out of the way, I don't want to be the asshole that causes like 3 cars to pile up. I try and like, if I can, I'll floor it and get out of the way, or do a donut and get out of the way, whatever it is.
Yeah, because it's learning by failure. You're like, all right, well, I got crashed into that time because I didn't get out of the way. Like, then you're like sitting there working on your car for 2 weeks trying to like get it back. You're like, man, I should probably not let that happen again.
Yeah, man, it's not that fun like ratchet strapping core sports back straight and shit. I'd rather like not do that. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean,
but it's all part of the game, right?
Yeah, dude. Definitely part of the game.
Man, I've ratchet strapped up to the ceiling in my garage. I've like ratchet strapped to trees and like buddies like Suburbans, and like you get crafty sometimes.
My front crash support on my daily GS 300 like got pushed in one time because I wasn't paying attention, and I literally like found this is like when I didn't have a garage, I just street parked my car. I found like a big light pole and like ratchet strapped it in like a Safeway parking lot to the light pole and pulled it out.
It's too bad this isn't one of the stories of like how the cops got called on me.
No, dude, some dude pulled up. He's like, "Damn, that's smart."
He's like mechanic. Smart.
Big brain shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta get creative, man. Seen some funny shit.
Yeah, dude, fucking grassroots, dude.
Yeah, dude, fucking grassroots.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have a lot of grassroots because it rains a lot where you're at, right?
Yeah, they call it the evergreen state for a reason. So
because like grass grows and there's lots of
yeah,
hey, but you know what,
a lot of
man?
vegetation.
You know what, man? Like, little known fact, it rains a lot more in Portland than Seattle.
It does, huh?
It does, and nobody talks about it. We don't need to talk about it because it's hella boring. But I want to say that.
Yeah, dude, I realize like in life, if you start talking about the weather, you done. Like
Yeah, I had a friend call me up the other day, and he started talking about the weather, and I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Are we really gonna talk about the weather right now?" And he got like kind of pissed off. I was like, "I was trying to be rude. I was just saying, you realize we're talking." He was like, "Okay," and I was like,
"Hey, fuck you too, man."
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, man, I'm just playing around," but you realize we're like talking for 5 minutes about the weather.
But really, though, we're talking about the fucking weather.
I'm guilty of this all the time, but like, and I'll catch myself and I'll be like, dude, I'm talking about the weather right now. This is like, they're bored, I'm bored, no one cares. Like, this, like,
dude, there's 2 staples of how you know you're getting old. One is you talk about the weather,
okay,
and then 2 is
diabetes.
Like, you do like a little courtesy wipe when you pee, just to make sure, that throughout the day there's nothing going on down there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
all right,
because when you get older, man,
the pissest broadcast.
Dude, you do like a little, like a check, like a little check one too. Just swipe and like, and yeah, man, that's how I feel like you're getting older.
I'm so excited to put this out and like have my like random high school friends listen to it and have them be like, "Oh, dude, it's not about cars, sick, but like talk about piss
a lot of piss." And like wiping it and putting in bags and putting it in squirt guns. And
oh man,
I feel like this is like turned into like surviving the goodest. Like,
dude, surviving the goodest cities.
We got to find a way to make drift cars that are powered off of piss so that we can drift forever and battle Elon Musk and the race.
I would win the race. I would win the race.
Generation.
I pee a lot.
Yeah, just piss. Like,
yeah,
just got to piss. You can keep going.
Dude, there's a guy that figured out how to get cars to run off of water. And
there's water and dude, but I think you're onto something.
Hey man, but he suicided himself, so I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those guys end up dead. Seriously.
I'm not trying to get suicided. I'm just gonna keep paying for gas.
Have you noticed that they always end up like in an autoerotic asphyxiation death too? Like it's the most embarrassing way to die.
It's literally the most humiliating, like degrading, like shits on your legacy way to die. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, why did that need to go to the news like that? Like, why can't you just be like, he ended his own life? And they're like, how? And it's like,
yeah, it's
do you really need to know?
We don't need.
They're like extra petty about it.
Yeah,
we don't need to know that. That's
like I didn't want to know that's how Robin Williams died or Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, dude. Like,
and I don't want to talk about my conspiracy theory about Anthony Bourdain, but like, I won't, because I don't want to end up, dead with a bullet around my neck.
They're like, hey,
dude, I think we should have a conspiracy.
This podcast has a lot of reach. We need to end this guy's life.
I think we need to have a conspiracy podcast, like an episode.
Oh no!
It can be called the Goodest.
Call
like it question mark.
The episode's called 911.
Episode's called. Probably not true, but maybe.
No, we'll save that one for
could it
happen? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't want like people to like Google my name and have this be what comes up when I'm like trying to get a job.
Hey, Danny was talking about it the other day. You have your staple video that people search and find of you that gets millions of views, but everything else is mediocre and doesn't get a lot of views. But everyone knows you for like one video, and it has nothing to do with the rest of your channel.
Yeah.
It's like a mainstream topic.
Dude, that's rough.
This is like the weird video that everybody stumbles on after you somehow like interview Katy Perry at like Walgreens, and you have like 5 million views from it, and then
they pull this
50,000 of those people come and watch us talk about piss, and they're like, it's like 3 a.m. and they're like laying in bed, and their significant other is like, honey, what are you watching? They're like, I don't know. There's like these 2 guys and this guy named Aaron, and they like fill bags with piss, and I gotta work in the morning. I'll just turn it off.
I gotta work in the morning.
I feel like there's like, maybe someone will listen to this like in the shower or like, while they're taking a piss, and it'll just be like full circle,
Whoa. Yeah.
Like maybe someone will listen to this and then get pissed on at the same time because our voices like do something for them.
Dude, I hope not, man.
I hope so, actually. That'd be kind of cool.
Piss sucks.
I thought you were going to say pissception, and I was going to say get the fuck out of my head, because you're always saying what I have to say.
Look, man, I'm going to go to sleep because I don't think we have anything better to say now that we've covered the topic of urination as heavily.
I'm just saying, if one of you guys pisses the bed tonight, just say it, just because it'd be funny.
Well, dude, I mean, I could just lie and say that I did right now.
No, I'd just be funny if it actually happened. I don't know. I feel like we're all just thinking about piss now. So
I don't know. This has been a long podcast. I've had a couple of drinks. Who knows? Who knows what might happen?
Yeah, I
never know where it's going.
I mean, I've had 3 PBRs while I'm sitting here, but I mean, these are no 8%ers. Tell you what.
Yeah.
There's only 12 fluid ounces of piss in there, so.
Dude, you know how many juice beers I've had?
How many?
Like 3.
And it is Saturday too, so they're like double power, I think.
Oh, now I'm on Modelo.
Oh, nice, dude.
Classic.
I didn't think you're allowed to drink those during the Corona time.
Dude, have you noticed like people are talking about like Corona sales going down and like it's like really we're gonna go there
Yeah, dude.
because it's the name of something. It's like ISIS.
I thought they would have gone up, but
Hey, dude, I didn't buy any like parts from Injuku after that. They had to
Yo,
change their
fuck
name.
ISIS.
Dude, they had to change their name. They had to go to ISR.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
Yeah, I guess Corona's like their sales are down or some shit. Or like, dude, you know what? Who the fuck was it? Someone told me they were buying a case of Corona, walked out the store and got glared at. I'm not kidding.
Dude, I bought a case of Corona and the guy on the
Imagine.
counter is like, "That's not a popular choice right now." And I was like, "Why isn't it on sale?" And he's like,
that's a good comeback.
he's like, "I got."
That's a good clap back right there.
Dude, he clapped back. He's like, I don't know, man. That's a good question.
He did. He went on break and was like, "Dude, this customer just clapped back at me."
This customer
dude,
slaps, dude.
He was like, "Why is it?"
Why isn't it on sale?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
Why is it not on sale?
don't you judge me, dude. You know?
Don't you ever clap in my back.
Dude, you can have any virus you want as long as it's a Corona.
I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I said that like when it all started, and then I didn't like, I didn't get it like trademarked or anything, but
I was like pleasantly also, well, no, I was kind of like disappointed. I was in Mexico for a week when this all started going down, and when it was like known, but it just started kind of like over a month ago, and there was not one, like not even like a bad dad joke. I was expecting to like go to a bar and they're like, "We got the Corona shots," and it'd be like look like a virus, and it'd be like $12, and there was like nothing. You guys are missing out on opportunity right here.
You were really disappointed with Mexico, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the rest of the trip was fun.
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, it was fun.
I've never been. Actually, I've been to Mexico City once.
That was the first time I have gone for like an extended stay like that, like more than just like a day.
Sick.
It's pretty cool. Pretty neat.
Yeah, dude. All right, cool. So we're talking about vacations and the weather, dude. I'm gonna head out.
I'm old.
It's like when Big Pun comes on, it's time to end the party.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's
Like a DUI.
singing it, and everyone else is like, "Fuck, should we Uber or just go to sleep on the couch?"
It's like when closing time comes on at the pub. Closing time.
I've heard that song is about a fetus leaving the womb or the uterus or whatever, however you say that.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna listen to that song the same again.
I'm hungry.
All right. Yeah. I'm done. Because of what he just said, or because you're trying to bounce like.
Because of what he just said. Because the like placenta, dude. It's an aphrodisiac in some conch, dude.
The placenta.
Is it an aphrodisiac
in some conch?
It's an aphrodisiac in some countries, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Thanks for the translation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that they poop sometimes during the birth. Do you mix it with the placenta?
I poop during birth.
Oh, dude.
Or is it like a separate thing? Like a different course?
Dude, I shit all over my mom at birth.
Not the fetus.
I'm just telling the truth, man.
No.
I feel like being honest with my friends. I'm at that age, dude.
No, your mom lied to
I
you.
don't care anymore.
Your mom lied to you. She shit on you when you were born.
Bro, I saw the Polaroids. Okay?
No, that didn't come out of you, dude.
Does that age it? I saw the fucking film.
That came out with you, next to you.
Bro, it was like black tar shit, bro.
Hand in hand.
Bro, it looked like a fucking oil spill.
Dude, no wonder she was so pissed she had to cut those jeans up.
Right, dude?
She's been mad ever since.
It's like 8 years later. Like, this motherfucker. It was funny because we're from the South, too. So my mom has the gnarliest Southern accent. So growing up, I just get yelled at. Fucking motherfucker.
Getting yelled at in Creole.
Yeah, dude. Hilarious. Yeah, I got made fun of a lot when I moved here because I used to wear, like overalls and shit.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Really
Like 26?
That really gnarly accent. This was like yesterday. I wear this cowboy hat with an American flag on it, dude.
Dude,
I love Kid Rock, man.
Dude, same.
Dude, he's like, fuck what you heard, Like, he's cool.
I listened to, he's like the original Post Malone.
Dude, fucking speaking of that, Erica just ran in here. I heard Erica was playing this video, right? And someone's singing like Nirvana's like whole fucking album, like one of their albums.
Yeah, it's Post Malone and Travis Barker.
Yeah, and I was like, who is that? And yeah, she showed me it was them, and I was just like, what? One of the songs sounded okay, but then I don't know, man. I think it's dope. Like he's getting like that generation into
this tattoo was done. I got this tattoo like the first time I went to Japan in 2016, and like the waves, and the same guy who did these waves did the waves on Post Malone's face. Like afterwards, like he got him like in like 2018 or 2019 or something.
So Post Malone copied you.
Yeah, dude.
That's what we came up with.
Yeah.
While we were there, we were like, he copied you, because.
Yeah, that's why they call him Post Malone. Because he did it after me.
You should name this podcast Pre Malone.
I'm Pre Malone.
Dude, it's funny,
like
if you name the podcast something that we talked about for 2 seconds.
Primo, no. What?
Dude, Pre Malone would be really funny, actually. That's a good name. I'm going to call it that. Who cares? No one's going to watch it anyway or listen.
Home Malone.
Yeah, I mean, at least they even call himself Home Alone, too.
Dude.
Dude,
Boston, New York.
I gotta go, dude. I can't chill right now.
Dude, I legit need a cruise.
Yeah, dude.
Are you guys chill here, dude?
Danny looks like he's falling asleep.
I feel like this is how I felt when I got interviewed for the Final Bout 2, and I was just like, I don't know how to use words anymore.
Oh, man, you're good. I don't know how to use words either, but I'm trying.
All right, well, if you ever decide to have me back on, I'll get a camera, or I'll do it on my phone or something so you can see my ugly face.
Yeah, but you gotta like put your phone somewhere that's not gonna move.
Yeah.
So if you do that, like, hi, I'm and it's like up your nose and shit.
It's one long like shitty vlog.
Yeah, it's like one long DJ Khaled on a jet ski.
Oh God, dude. All right, now I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, dude.
I will say that next time, Aaron should have video, and upload this if you want, but I would say that I'm a little more confident in how this went and stuff after having a practice session or whatever you want to call it.
Sick, dude. Don't worry, Aaron. I'll have you on another one.
Sick, dude.
Same with you, Danny.
That's
what in the business of comedians that I'm not, they call a callback to what's his name? The guy who says another one. It's okay, dude. Whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna go, dude.
All right, dude.
All right.
It's been something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee on some rocks.
All right, as me and Shaki boys say, I hate you all. Goodbye.
I hate you.